Yo, and welcome everyone to another episode of All Out Pummelling. I'm JP, also known by TCat, and I'm joined by my co-host. We got the Kroc.
I'm the Kroc. Hi.
And we've got Leafyboi. And we got Leafyboi.
I gave you 110%.
That's why I gave you a pause.
It's that new microphone, or the new headset. You know, he needs a quality check.
Yes.
Slightly better in every way.
Slightly better.
Yeah, I'm also here. Hi.
Yeah, it's PK, the Leafyboi. Cool, and today we've got an exciting show. We've got both the finals. We've got the Diamond Final and the Pearl Final in all their glory. And then we've got a few other little bits and pieces. We got the name raider, the last two name raiders, unless Stu is going to chuck some names at us for any more weeks, then yeah, today should be last iteration of name raider. We've got them all, woo! And then after that, we're going to have a little look through some future site, looking forward to next season. Be exciting. Yeah, how are you guys? You guys all good? Had a good day?
Yeah, last day of work, so you know we've got drinks.
Very nice. Yes. I am no longer working, so I also have drinks. Pika's got works tomorrow,
yeah.
but he's still
drinking.
That's how I do. You know, you've retired from work to become a full-time all-out pummelling editor.
Yes, full-time all-out pummelling editor. If someone wants to pay me for this, please do, so I can.
Link to my Patreon below.
Yeah. Oh, I should really get one of those now. No, I'm going to be doing computer stuff, but it should also free me up to do this a bit better for next season as well.
Pretty good already. So.
Thank you. I do try. I try so hard, damn. I just want to be like those cool out of your league guys.
Never heard.
Never heard. Well, if anyone's got nothing to say, or if no one's got anything to say, we should probably move on to our exciting games we've got tonight.
Oh my god! Yeah. It's the final. Oh, we should say, if you haven't seen the matches, go and watch them now. Yes. We are going to be talking about them spoilerifically. So,
yes, we've all seen or participated in the matches, so we know what happens, and we're going to be terrible at giving away stuff, so we're just going to pretend that you've all seen them. So if you haven't seen them, go watch them now, and then,
come on back.
Enjoy. Yeah, come on back. Just pause the video now. You're good to go. Okay, right, we're getting into it then.
Welcome back. Welcome back from watching that replay. Come on back into the show.
And
back into the fitting arms.
For the Diamond Final. It is going to be our favourite teams. We've got the Limehouse Luxrays versus the Chippenham Town Charmeleons.
Woof.
Very oof indeed.
The Diamond Finale.
Diamond Finale. Yeah, so these guys have had sort of interesting runs through the tournament, haven't they? Like Tom, he's sort of always done quite well, but you know, he's suffered a few losses sort of throughout the seasons, and then this time he's just sort of stormed all the way through. Not really had any trouble. I think he lost the one game to Ed, was it? I think it was only he lost once to Ed, and then apart from that he was undefeated.
But it's sort of been under the radar though as well, thinking about it, because obviously early on in the season it was all about Rob and Ray.
It was all about Rob and Ray. None of them were here.
Who?
And then he's just been continuing.
We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Chris
it's been steadily increasing.
Yeah, Chris as well as he typically has not a strong start to the season, and he sort of kicks it into gear once he gets to the playoffs, and he's done it again this time, making it into the playoffs.
It's on purpose. Maybe he's sandbagging.
Maybe. I don't know if he just takes a while to gel with his team, or if he literally isn't giving it the full beans until
well, he doesn't have to. He's he's good in the clutch. He doesn't have to care when it's not a knockout tournament.
He's got that clutch muscle.
He does. He's working it hard.
Yeah, maybe it's like I know he's like a lazy sensei. He teaches his pupils how to do stuff, but he won't actually try until he actually has to.
A lazy sensei.
A lazy sensei.
You don't even know how to play, do you, old man? He's like, oh, I do, I swear.
You're too young to see me at my full power.
10,000 years too early to face me.
First, you must defeat Shenlong.
To stand a chance.
Then he gets a really serious one episode. Everyone's like, "Whoa, my God! I had no idea."
But I don't know how he's struggled at all with the early game, just because his team is horrifying. Just looking at it now, even still, like Tapu Koko,
nasty,
which was his first pick, third picked up in the whole draft or something. Latios, normally a first round pick, but he got it like second or third round. The Tangrowth, super bulky, super scary ball, and the Porygon 2, where they'd be like just monster to do any damage to. You have to knock it off.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then the Mega Gyarados, it's just like Mega Gyarados with Latios and Tapu Koko is just so scary. And then finally the Glisopod that Sam Warner loves so much. Or hates so much, I'm kind of confused which one it is.
It flip-flops.
Yeah,
but Glisopod's always gonna put it in work.
He has a lot of respect. Yeah.
As well, we all should, I think.
Yes, I definitely have opinions on this mon, now that I've sort of prepped for it properly a couple of times.
Yeah, same.
Then on Tom's side, he's rocking the Volcarona. One of the best fire types in all of Draft League. The Honedge, which he hadn't been bringing to that many games until the playoffs. He's bringing it a few more.
By that you mean Doublade?
What did I say? Honedge?
Honedge, yeah. Honedge.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I meant Doublade, yeah. But Honedge is the evolved one.
Isn't that bad?
Another, if you like, loser? User?
Loser?
You were like, loser! The Tapu Bulu, so they've each got a Tapu on the team, each got an Evolite user on the team. The Tentacruel, so he's actually bought the Tentacruel and the Doublade. The Mesprit, bit of a odd bring
bit
there.
Of a curveball there.
Yeah, what do you think about the Mesprit bring?
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's fine. I can't actually remember what you used it for.
I don't know. Doesn't it just usually like stealth rock and then kill itself to heal something, like healing wish or that?
So it's a weird mix of Uxie and Azelf. Like it's kind of got better offense than Uxie, but worse defense than worse defense than Uxie as well. So it's kind of so it's sort of in between the two. Normally does things like healing wish, wish pump. I don't know. It's a
suicide leader essentially. Is that
no,
what
that's
they use it for,
Azelf,
or is it Azelf that one?
Yeah, this was more of it's a support that can hit things.
Yeah, because he's is it base 105 in everything except for HP and speed.
Not too sure. I had it last season, but
I haven't never used any of them. So
I kind of doubled up with the Mesprit and the Meowstic, and stupidly I brought the Meowstic more than the Mesprit, even though Mesprit's supposed to be better.
Yes, but you had a lot more fun with that Meowstic.
Oh, I love Meowstic. Yeah. But for me, I'm just thinking Tom, he could have brought the Gardevoir, and he's opted for the Mesprit instead. So that's interesting.
Yeah, Mesprit is 80 health, 80 speed, and then 105 in all the other stats. So it's kind of almost like, the 100...
Yeah.
What are they called? Pixies? Berries?
The Mythicals.
No,
Mythicals.
Mythicals, yeah.
Yeah. So, almost like them, but not quite.
Yeah, I think Mesprit is a Pixie, and then the others are...
Yeah,
the Mythicals, whatever. And then last up, he's got the Garchomp, which could be Mega, could be not Mega, who knows?
All we know is it's mega terrifying.
It is mega terrifying.
It is scary with that versatility of not whether it's going to be Mega or not.
Yeah.
Because the Mega is obviously generally looked slightly down upon, but having a draft and having that flexibility,
slower, and you can't run things like Choice Scarf or Choice Band or Rocky Helmet, things like that. You've got to run the Mega item. Looking at the matchup, so Garchomp, unless it's Scarf, is outspared by non-Scarf Latios, which then would outspeed with the Choice Scarf. The Tapu Koko, good for the Tentacruel, not that great for the rest of them. I guess Brave Bird hits Bulu pretty hard.
Yep.
And Volcarona, so if that's a...
I mean, it'll have Dazzling Gleam for the Garchomp, I guess.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, so I'm guessing... Ooh, does it get play rough, Tapu Koko?
No, that would make it a good one.
So what do you reckon? Mixed Tapu Koko, maybe Dazzling Gleam with the Brave Bird?
Well, I mean, we know,
Slash.
right?
We should know, but I can't quite remember. So
we kills,
based on this team,
kills the
I presume
Garchomp
it's
with a
special.
Dazzling Gleam. So.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, spoilers, Joe. Spoilers. Yeah. So. Okay. What other ones do we have? Yeah, I think Hornleech going to be pretty good against the Tangrowth. So even though it's bulky, it's going to be able to heal from it. It should be nice. Does Hom have anything with knockoff? Budu gets knockoff, right?
Expect so. Technical gets it. Technical gets everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tentacle is super annoying. Toxic actually very good this game on Tentacle.
That's true. Even Toxic Spikes, lovely. Yeah, only doesn't hit Latty. So.
Yes. Yeah. Volcarona not want to be taking any Aquajets from Glisopod, I don't think.
Actually, does it hit Gyarados? I guess
no.
Pre-Mega.
Pre-Mega it won't.
Yeah.
After Mega it will.
Right.
And again, Gyarados, another thing that could be generally Mega more times than Garchomp would be, but again, could be.
Could not be, yeah.
Yeah, so I think overall the matchup it's pretty even. I would maybe give the edge to Chris Munden if he can stay away from status. Like if he's got any way to cure himself with that, which I don't think he does. He doesn't really have a support mon on there. Like a heal battle or
does Angro get aromatherapy?
I don't think so. No.
I'm not thinking
off the top of my head. I mean, it might do. Someone can correct us in the comments if it does. Or
but if it does, it's generally not used a lot.
That Latty has heal bell.
Oh,
can get it.
You might be right, actually.
I think they can.
Because I know it gets defog.
Yeah, I think they
good.
do have a surprising amount of use. So.
Yeah. Okay. All of them on Chris's team is male. Only one female in this game, so poor female representation. But Volcarona standing up for the women of the league.
Without its legs.
Yeah. So yeah, this was like a super hype game. I think quite a few people tuned in for it live. Yeah,
we very good players. Like,
yes,
it's a diamond final.
It's very deserving of a final. Although, I mean, I guess if you get to the final, you're probably deserving. But just like based on the names and history between like the players, it's very deserving of a diamond final this match.
Yes, yeah, no, this was nice as well because it was like we said earlier. There's none of the expected people in it, so it's like a totally like, ooh, who's gonna win kind of situation. Whereas if someone was to say like, oh, who'd win if you put like Rob and PK in the final?
People predict me to lose every single match.
We sure do.
And I've been fourth, all right.
I want you to do well, but I just never expect you to do well.
No, you don't.
Especially when your team. I secret want you to win, but I vocalize wanting you to lose terribly.
And I openly wanted you to win.
I know. That's why I feel bad. Anyway, we should get into the game at hand, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, ready?
Head on in.
Okay, game start in 3, 2, 1. Battle start. So Chris opts for the Tangrowth. Baps McGee for Tom. Gets up Stealth Rocks, takes a knockoff, which is going to knock off his Light Clay. So that was.
Screens.
It was screens and
Giga Drain being reduced thanks to the Light Screen.
Still with a Reflect out.
Yes.
I like this.
Oh yes,
the Liquid Ooze.
I saw this and I burst out laughing.
This is such a
finally it's been.
Yeah, this is such a you thing, Joe. Liquid Ooze Tentacle.
I've toyed with it so many times.
Interesting that it doesn't actually stop the heal; it just damages them instead of them healing.
Yes,
it's much better.
Well, it's not like Sap Sip or something where they're immune to it.
It doesn't make you immune to the attack.
Yeah. Oh, getting a nice Yeah, nice knockoff.
A lot of knockoffs
nothing
being
getting
thrown
knocked
around
off. So
here.
this is a Z move Latios.
No, it's got no items, GP.
No items. Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh yeah, yes, you just forgot to bring it.
Just didn't need it.
Didn't need it. Didn't want them. BM.
Yeah. So Tom getting some good intel there.
Good switch there. Shadow Sneak.
Ooh yes.
Getting the immunity.
Too, so.
Look at this scary stuff. Ooh, Thunderwave miss.
Fortunate miss.
The Doublade does not get knockoff, so that's probably why it switched out.
Oh, see, that Horn Leech is not going to do enough. Needs to be doing at least 50% to this. Well, 58% in grassy terrain. 50.
Yeah. What power do you reckon he was rocking?
Poison?
No, it couldn't have been poison, because that would have done a lot more, right?
I thought so. He's up for the Ice Beam. Maybe he thought he was going to switch to Garchomp or something.
Maybe. But yeah, we got the freeze there on the... We missed the freeze there on the...
Lucky freeze hacks, yeah.
sorry.
Breloom,
Yeah.
which was a big...
That's pretty...
A big turning point.
Taboo Bulu, you mean?
Breloom.
Yeah.
Hits the Thunder Wave this time.
Ooh, yeah.
Stopping that speed.
Now it's a bit,
So Chris Luck is finally coming back
getting
and
paralysed.
is helping Chris out. Karma has rewarded him.
That's a fully paralysed as well. And then down goes Brett.
Yeah.
Ooh, things are already starting to look a bit shaky for
Gets a nice switch in those.
Limehouse Luxrays.
Not having to take the first impression on this though by second Bulu. Gets a sword stance, but I mean, what can this do to Porygon 2? Because like I said before, it doesn't get knockoff.
But it must get Sacred. Yeah,
Sacred
Sword.
Sword. Okay.
Yeah.
Doing a good amount. Another one will kill.
Yeah. Even through
Sacred Sword
the
is the one.
EVA
Is that the
Light.
one that can't miss, or is that the one that ignores stat changes?
There's
I always
Sacred
mix
Sword
them
and
up.
Secret Sword, isn't
Yeah,
there?
I always mix them up. I think Sacred is the can't miss.
Sacred can't miss, and Secret is the one that hits on their special defense, I think, or defense. It's like Psyshock.
Isn't there another one
yeah.
that ignores stat changes? Or maybe it can miss but ignores stat changes. I think that's it.
Secret is the Keldeo one. That's the uses the special attack of the person and the defense stat of the opponent.
Yeah, so it's like Psyshock.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
Big Shadow Sneak.
oh he
Yeah.
lives! Now, but the full paralysis. That could have been a dead Coco there.
Yeah.
I feel like this is quite an important turn. Because now Coco outspeeds a lot of things that could just...
Yeah, look at all this essentially free damage he's getting.
He's got the
When
Quiver
this
Dance,
thing
but is
should have
Coco
been
still going to be faster? Yeah, it's faster, and it just knocks out the... So, I mean, maybe if I was Tom, I'd just try and kill the Coco there. Just because this Coco is going to be a problem, because it's just killed 3 things now.
Yep.
And all that from a full paralysis. Now it's Garchomp versus the world, Dazzling Gleam.
Do we think this would have gone very differently if he'd gone straight to Garchomp on the first death? Instead, he lost 2 extra Mons just from Thunderbolts.
I mean, it got outspeed by Latios and just get Draco Meteored, right?
Okay, but you still would have
Zen-Dragon.
killed this and then had more of a swap around.
Yeah, he would have
Oh, yeah.
definitely been able to
I still think
do
he would
more.
have lost at this point, but
I think
It
after
would've
the early
been
stuff and the
closer.
freeze, it was pretty
getting
hard to come back
frozen,
from.
getting paralyzed,
Yeah, we had what, 2 people paralyzed, and then they got each got fully powered once, I think.
Yeah.
So,
In all, a very very unlucky game for Tom there, of getting frozen, getting paralysed twice. Did he get paralysed from a Thunderbolt, wasn't it? Not from Thunderwave. Or was it
the
Thunderwave?
first one was a Thunderwave. It
Yeah.
was Thunderwave
So
on
Thunderwave hit.
Volcarona.
It's not 100% accurate.
We
though.
had a Thunderwave miss, and then he had a Thunderwave hit on Volcarona, then straight into a fully para, and I can't remember what paralysed the Doublade.
it was Thunderwave.
It was a Thunderwave, okay.
Yeah.
So,
that's the trouble with the RNG moves. Is like if they work, it can really give you a leg up. But if they don't, then you're a bit screwed.
keeps it spicy,
yeah.
keeps it interesting, doesn't it?
Yes.
You're like, oh, this game's totally done. I've frozen him. Oh my god!
I know. I think I've even thought of putting moves on things, even though they're weaker, just because it's got a chance for a secondary effect. It's like, well, rather than the extra, I don't know, like 10% damage you might do, I would rather have the chance to burn or something.
Just
better
get a Jirachi or a Toga Kiss, man. Like, yeah. Get something with whatever Jirachi and Toga Kiss have got. Serene Grace.
Serene Grace.
Get yourself a Serene Grace, man. Make it.
Build a team around Serene Grace.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Make it bullshit if you don't get the hacks.
Exactly. Always in your favour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bet Rob was not very happy with this end game screen. It's just a Tapu Koko left alive on 12%.
Koko did some work at that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Killed what? 4 mons on its own?
Yeah.
That's what it's meant to do. It's a tier 1.
It is what it's meant to do. But it didn't really set up or anything. It just sort of came out and just killed everything, you know?
It was just
very easily. That's what it outsped everything.
Yeah,
faster with a boost.
And everything was already paralyzed and like that. And Tom went for the... did he go for the boost on the Garchomp because he thought that it was scarfed? Maybe. Because all it did was come out and use Thunderbolt, right?
Right.
So maybe he was like, okay, well, I can now go to this. He can't use Thunderbolt. At least I can get a free Swords Dance off, and then.
What item do you reckon that was on Koko then?
Magnet or something?
Probably.
You don't see. Yeah, Magnet maybe. Yeah, because we don't see a life orb or anything like that. So maybe you could have done a damage calc just to see if it did extra damage. So it could have been Magnet, maybe.
I don't know. It could have been Magnet. It could have been anything, really. Pretty much anything. Could have been a weird berry, damage resist berry.
Yeah.
Weakness policy. Oh my god.
Chris said in the chat afterwards that he didn't really have much for Doublade apart from just hitting it with special moves. So I guess Latios and Tapu Koko were his only way through it.
Yeah. Unless he could knock it off with Tangrowth.
Yeah.
But at least, raise it, lowers its defenses slightly, but yeah. Still a tanky mon.
Yeah. And that sends the Limehouse Luxrays down into the Pearl bracket to face off against none other than JP himself. Dun 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 dun!
The fight is on!
So they're going to be me or JP, and obviously we saw last time JP was victorious, so he was lying in wait for the loser of the diamond fight.
Yes. We here in the losers bracket, we take winning very seriously.
Last chance saloon, man.
Yeah, man. Every game is your last game, so you got to go in strong. So we'll get into it now. This is going to be the Toddington Torracats versus the Limehouse Luxrays, and hey, we've got some interesting Pokemon showing up to this game.
There's one here that I was not expecting.
There's two mons here.
Well, no, not that I wasn't expecting, because spoiler, I was one of the people for pushing one of these mons towards one of the people.
You helped me a little bit with the theory craft on this, where you were just like, what about this one? I was like, well, no, it's just terrible, right? It's just, I was like, yeah, but look, it does this. I'm like,
no, it doesn't.
But like this and this.
It was your fault. You were the one.
But I was the one that gave him a chance.
Son of a...
I mean, I told him this first, and then I was swayed.
And then he was swayed because to
be fair, it puts in work this game.
Obviously, we are talking about the Altaria.
We are talking about the Altaria. Tier 5. And it gets to hit the field. It comes to a game and hits the field, so I've managed to use all my team. Very happy about that. Yep. But on Tom's team, you'll notice there's something else there. You can't quite see it. It's camouflaged in the background.
Yeah,
no, there it is. It's the Kecleon. What?
What does it even do? What does it Kecleon do?
Were you expecting that to come along?
No, do you know what? The mind game of his name rater kind of worked quite well. It was like, probably never going to bring it.
I thought, we're going to have to see what's going to be cool, because I don't think he gave us an actual name for it.
Did, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think he gave it a name in the name rater, but it has a name here.
Oh, well, a little throwback to Name Rater then. Ooh.
But didn't we have a song about it? Wasn't it based off a song that we talk about? You'll see when it comes out. Like
a song? Okay.
As
soon as it hits the field, we're like, ah!
It's the field. I'm gonna be like, that thing. Yeah, because mild spoiler alert. This Kecleon is beast. It puts in so much work.
Well, I was trying to work out what set it was, and I've come to the conclusion it's full HP, full attack, adamant with an assault vest.
You're pretty much there, yeah.
I think that's what it was.
I worked it out when he didn't use a certain move on a certain Pokemon. Like I knew the item, I just didn't know what moves it was running.
What it does.
Yeah. Because when it first comes out, I was like, what does this do? Like, so when I saw it here, actually, I was like, quickly put it into the calc, checking the different sets. Like, what does this run? What does it do? And it's things like, it's just priority, a lot of priority.
It gets Protean, and that's all I know.
Protean. Gets what, like Fake Out. Gets. That's it.
Maybe.
That's my limit of.
Yeah, and it was Protean this time. It wasn't Camouflage. I think that's its other ability.
What does that even do?
No idea. No, it's a Kecleon, man.
It's something to do with terrain, isn't it? And it changes its type based on the terrain it's on.
Maybe.
Ooh,
why would you not?
No, because terrain is after Camouflage, right? Terrain's quite a recent thing.
Maybe it's based on what move it gets hit by instead. I'm not too sure.
I'll look it up.
I'm just thinking.
Right, color change. The Pokemon's type changes to match the type of the last move that hit it.
So it is what it gets hit by.
Already that type.
So it basically makes the move that you're using against it not very effective. Because you hit it with like an ice beam and then hit it with another ice beam, that won't be effective. I'm assuming ice isn't good against ice. It might be neutral.
Yeah, ice resist ice.
Ice resist ice. Yeah.
They're too chilly to be chilled.
Hold back, Ed. I got this, Ed. Don't worry. I know what I'm talking about.
He was there, eyebrows pointing down.
You better pick the right time, boy. He's a young man, Ed. He's a young man.
He is a young man.
Also a young man.
Young man.
There's no need to feel down. Also a young man.
So I'm kind of thinking that this Kecleon, it was actually the Kecleon that I drafted in season 3 and then put back, come to haunt me. He's like, you put me back, you son of a bitch.
This is what you could have won.
Look at the outfit. So we've gone through the Octillery and the Kecleon. There's a lot of other Pokemon in this team. I was very, very afraid of Choice Scarf Garchomp in the prep. I had to prep a lot for that because he brought it last time and ended up I couldn't do anything about it because it just came out at the end. It was past.
Oh, this is a rematch, isn't it?
This is a rematch, yes. A rematch that I lost initially, but I felt that if I hadn't misplayed a bunch of times, that I could have done.
Yeah, I think it was when you made a few weird decisions and then you paid for it.
Yes, though Tom is typically quite good at prepping for my teams because he's got a conventional play style, but he also knows the bullshit. So it's kind of, if I try and throw weird shit at him, he's like, oh, I don't know how to deal with it. But he's better. I would say he's got the edge on me when it comes to conventional play because I know very little about OU and things like that. I'm more of a PU kind of guy now.
ZU right there.
PU. No, I watch like Pimp Night videos where he goes like full I know it's like themed teams, so teams that have got like really stupid sets on that's kind of my speed.
Everything you draft.
That's everything I draft, yeah.
Every match you play.
Tried to make a full red card, full circle throw, full entry hazards team work.
That's the kind of stuff he does, yeah.
But mechanically, it just doesn't quite work. Like when you circle throw, it doesn't cause entry hazards and stuff sometimes, and it's like, what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's some weird stuff. I was like,
ooh. As peculiar.
Yeah.
Circle throw, that widely used move.
Yeah, man. But it's like circle throw, dragon tail, whirlwinds.
Yeah.
Red card.
Yeah, and then everyone was packing a red car.
Yeah. What else was there on the team? So the Gardevoir last time was a very supporty one. It was like Will-O-Wisp, quite bulky, and I was very scared about Will-O-Wisp just sort of burning all my team. So I tried to bring more of a specialty team, or a team that doesn't worry too much about.
Was it Miracle against you?
It was Miracle last time, and I sent out Skarmory turn 1, and he got my Sturdy with Trace, and then he bounced back my Stealth Rocks, then he bounced back my Defog, protecting his screens. I was like, oh my god! He couldn't do anything, and it does a similar thing this time. And so my one regret, like I was happy with my prep, this whole thing that Crispy said something after the game. I'm not too fussed about. I'll say it when it comes up. But the thing I was annoyed about with my prep is on Manectric, I was running Volt Absorb. There's no reason me running Volt Absorb because he's not going to have electric coverage on anything really. Maybe Thunderbolt for Skarmory or for Alligator, but I wasn't particularly worried about that. So I think I probably should have run Static on it because his best lead in this is Gardevoir, and I'm kind of expecting Gardevoir to come out first. Even in my prep, I was like, I would send out Manectric first to get Gardevoir, and then if it comes out, then I switch out and go into something else. But what I should have done is I should have been Static so I can Volt Switch, but yeah, that doesn't work out when he's got Volt Absorb. What else? So he's got the Bulu, which is just a big hitty thing. Pretty scared about that. Doublade, Walls, it's like, physical Walls just wall my team pretty much, and it can one-shot Mimikyu with Shadow Sneak, so I've got to be careful about when I send Mimikyu out.
Static only triggers when you are hit.
That's what I was about to say. Yes. Just to notice that when you hit with a contact move, so against Gardevoir, I don't think the moves make contact, so probably wouldn't work against that.
No. So because he gets Volt Absorb when Manectric comes out.
Oh,
yes.
Right. I can't
You weren't
switch
trying to
Thunderbolt him. No, I'm not trying to paralyze. I just don't want him to get a free thing against me.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You'll see turn one.
That thing is underused ability, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Very good. I forgot to use it on Zapdos quite a lot.
Yeah, man.
I think it would have been better than Pressure, but
I really like 100% stuff like Flame Body.
In every situation. And the pressure.
Yeah. I really like Flame Body on Moltres, and fun fact, Volcarona also gets Flame Body, which I'm assuming it's running because it's very good against my physical team. And yeah, the Volcarona is just a bit of a pain because I need it on low enough health because Mimikyu needs 2 or 3 Swords Dances to one-shot that. My game plan this one is weaken his team with everything else and then come out in the end and sweep with Mimikyu.
A conventional playstyle.
You know what? A conventional playstyle. Originally, I was toying around with things like Haxorus, but just gets outsped by Choice Garchomp and Choice Gardevoir, and just gets one shot. So there's no point in running that. Fun fact for Alligator: this is Assault Vest because it lives a Giga Drain from Volcarona and then KOs it back with Liquidation. What else is there? Oh, Skarmory is Razor Beak.
Yeah.
Weakness Weak Armor. Brave Bird, Roost, Defog, and something else. Its job was to defog if he sets up Toxic Spikes with a Tentacle, which he didn't bring, and then just smack him in the face with Brave Bird over and over. The one thing that I was very concerned that he didn't bring was the Lucario. I had so much fear for Lucario just because of what it did last time.
We were trying to work out like on both sides of whether it be physical or special. You talk about theory crafting for this. It's like, well, it could just hit me with either and it will work. Like,
yes. And the priority is just very good, so that Rex like Dragon Dance for Alligator and Haxorus, so I didn't bring Dragon Dance on either of them just in case he was Lucario, and then he didn't bring Lucario. I was like, shit, I probably should have had
same as if you went Trick Room as well.
Yes, yeah. So like Reuniclus gets messed up by like Shadow Ball and things like that. So yeah, overall, I was very scared of Lucario, and then when it didn't come, I was kind of relieved, but then also like, oh god, he's got a Kecleon, what's that going to do? Yeah.
Should we find out what that Kecleon does?
Yes, we should. Right, I need to get the right game up on here. Right, ready?
Yep.
It's the Pearl Final. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Battle start, and it's Shadow the Edgedog versus Gardevoir. Called it. I mean, no, I was in the game.
But there's an issue.
But then you fucked up.
Yes, so he's got the Volt Absorb now, so I can't Volt switch out. So I overheat because I want to get some damage on this, because I wanted to see what set it was. The fact that he was faster than me, I'm like, oh shit, it's Choice Scarf.
Yeah.
So I switch out there. He goes into Volcarona because Type Steve is my best answer to it. Rock
Big
Slide.
Rock-Slide.
But he's seen it last time. It did exactly the same thing last game. And go for the U-turn just to go into my bird.
There we go.
Yeah. Very, very pleased with this Altaria set. Goes to Shadow Sneak, not doing a whole lot. I've got Flamethrower doing like 40% to it. It's pretty good. 10% chance to burn. Didn't get it. Very upsetting. Keck of Leon. There you go. Nice music reference there. Yeah, the Assault Vest. I'm like, oh my god, it took no damage there.
So I was trying to work out how it was hitting so hard, and yet take it. I was like, it's doing this. It's not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also, he gets knockoff, which is very annoying for Type Steve. So.
Ooh, but here we go. Rough Skin, Rainbird, Rocky Helmet.
Took like half of my health.
Oh.
Yeah. And then died to the next one. But doing a good amount to the Garchomp, so I'm not like too fussed about that, because Skarmory was there
and
for
it's
the
intimidated. Like, yeah.
Yep. Going for the Hidden Power Ice, I have to.
Oh, tanky.
And then he's running Fake Out. And I'm like, oh shit. Now Dog is in a bit of trouble because it just gets messed up by the Choice Scarf Gardevoir at this point.
Or dies to rocks if he manages to set that up.
Yep, knocks off my Assault Vest, so there's knockoff putting in work.
Doing so much damage.
Yep, sets up the Grassy Terrain.
Well, he gets stabbed from the Protean.
Yeah. So up to this point... up to this point, Tom was doing a really good job of reading me on pretty much everything, and I was like, no, enough of this. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try and make some reads of my own. So I get a nice read there on the Ice Punch on the Switch. However, I wasn't quite sure about any switch-ins that I could do for this, because I wanted to keep Shadow the Edgedog around for Garchomp. So I let the Kroc go down, even though I probably should have maybe kept
Altaria go down? Yeah,
if I would have had Feraligatr, then I could have Aqua Jetted, maybe. Well, I'm not sure if it killed.
Altaria is still necessary in this.
Yes, Altaria is still necessary.
It is necessary and no matches.
Yeah, so this actually does quite a good job of walling everything except for Gardevoir and the Garchomp. But the other four, it's pretty good against.
Yeah.
There is the Gardevoir. I get up to full with my Roost and the Grassy Terrain. Type Null comes in as my best special wall. Moonblast not doing a whole lot. We're entering a bit of a holding pattern here now. There's that Rough Skin Rocky Helmet doing a number on me again, because he can
damage.
Keep switching between a couple of different mons, and I don't really have the best answers to them. I have to pretty much predict what he's going to do for me to make some headway in this. I don't think it happens here. I think it happens the next. Oh no, it does happen there. It does happen there. There we go. Then we got the Z Supersonic Sky Strike. That was Z Sky Attack, which does just enough to take out the Kecleon. That would have killed everything except for the Doublade. So I was like, I'm clicking it. Something has to die to get me out of the holding pattern. Still living the Moonblast. Unfortunately, Type Steve doesn't get any healing moves other than Rest, which I was not running. So yeah,
you are struggling to get through Zelda.
Yes, yeah. Is
this why Bird needed to stay alive?
Yes, for Flamethrower, because it's the only thing that can sort of do reliable damage to this, apart from Manectric, which Overheat just kills it. But it gets Shadow Sneaked, so it just dies. So Manectric can't actually come out against it. But at this point, it's weakener.
Hoping for the flinch.
At that point in the game, it was on 10%. Type Steed had no move that could do 10% to it. It could do like 8% with its most damaging move, but U-turn, I think that's probably the best option. Get in Jamie Rat, get a Shadow Sneak off, get one of them down. And now it's very tricky because Mimikyu, it has to set up in order to kill the rest of his team.
I think I would have set up on the turn 4.
I would have got Shadow Sneak to have my disguise gone. And then I would have got Shadow Sneaked again if I tried to Swords Dance again, and then I would have died.
I thought you still had your disguise.
I had my disguise up against the Doublé, but he would have Shadow Sneaked. And then, so either way, if I wanted to get the second Sword Dance,
you wouldn't have got
hit
Sword
Dance and then hit with a Shadow Sneak.
It didn't matter either way because I either.
But now you were in a turn against a Volcarona when you Sword Dance and he could have Quiver Danced.
He could have done that anyway. It was exactly the same.
No, because the other way, you Sword Dance.
Yeah.
Okay, you get Shadow Sneak and you lose your disguise, and then you Shadow Sneak back to kill. Then Volcarona comes in. You already have a Sword Dance. Volcarona has no boost.
Right. Okay.
Whereas
but
the way
I still needed the second boost to do anything to it, and it didn't.
Yeah, but you would have waited a turn, and then if it had Quiver Dance, that's fine because you would have had the second boost up and could have killed it.
Right.
Or you could have run Z Splash and no shitty Z move Altaria and done it in one go.
Sure. Oh yeah, a lot of games just happened. Yeah, I pretty much missed at this point because Rough Skin, Gardevoir, and Rocky Helmet just kills me. I make a nice read there that he's gonna switch into that, so I go for a Sword Stance to get some advantage from grassy terrain.
The Life Orb plus the recoil.
The Life Orb plus the
no matter what you do here.
Is me out, unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah.
A 1-0 loss.
Do you know, the thing I was most upset about is that I couldn't do the idea that I wanted with my extravaganza video, so I might have to tweak that a bit. But no, it was a really, really great game. Took over an hour in real time. Like we were taking a long time with these turns.
I went for dinner, watched an episode of Taskmaster, came back, and I was as I was coming back, I was like, oh, the replay's not been posted, or maybe they're hiding it. I'll come on TeamSpeak and see what's happening. And I was like, I came in, you were like, we're still going.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, you came in and I was like, ah!
Yeah, I think at that point, I think at that point it was, you were in the thing, it's like, well, he's just going to switch into Garchomp at any point and kill me, so I got to switch out and try to do this, and if he makes a misplay, then maybe, at that point is when Joe came in.
I had to make the God read every time at that point to have a chance of still winning, but
yeah, and even that, it wouldn't have been guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly. So Crispy said after the game, immediately as I lost, he messaged me and was like, why weren't you running Hidden Power Ice on Mimikyu? I'm like, fucking asshole. But, don't know what happened there. Everyone just skipped around.
You had a bit of a freeze, yeah, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were talking about drinks.
We were talking about drinks. We had a drinking interlude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, I was still talking on the record. I don't know what that's going to look like on the recording, but anyway, yeah. So I was saying about Crispy suggested I should have the Hidden Power Ice on the Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Which...
You can't go down that alley, man.
I know.
You can't go down that street.
I do feel
down that street, there's no coming back.
I do feel that's a slightly underutilized tactic. Just whapping a hidden power something on a physical mon if you know the opponent's going to bring in a 4 times weak thing to it and you'll catch it off guard.
The problem is, a lot of the time you still do more damage with a stab offensive move than you will a weaker 4 times effective hidden power.
Yeah,
possibly, but it's still something to have in the memory banks.
The only thing is, it would have been good in this situation because of the Rocky Helmet Rough Skin combo.
Yes,
you wouldn't have taken the recoil damage, but otherwise, I still think you would have done more damage with a Shadow Claw.
Yeah,
you would have hit Power Ice.
I needed the play rough to one shot Garchomp. I can't remember if this is with or without Sword Stance up, but it was basically for a situation where if I need to kill a full HP Garchomp, essentially.
That was it. That was why you had the Life Orb, wasn't it?
That's why I had the Life Orb, and that's why I had the play rough. Yes. So if I would have had Hidden Power Ice, it wouldn't have one-hit killed a Choice Scarf Garchomp, and then I could have been knocked out. So yeah, because I would have... say it comes out, I Sword Stance, he breaks my disguise, then I Hidden Power Ice, doesn't kill him, he then kills me, and then my Sweeper's dead. So that's why I had Play Rough on there. But in that situation, yes, Hidden Power Ice wins me the game. So
yeah,
maybe,
a niche thing, but it's something that I wouldn't have even thought about yet when you said Crispy mentioned it. I was like, actually, yeah, in very specific situations, that's something to just have somewhere located in your mind.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have taken the rough skin or the rocky helmet damage because I stayed in and got the grassy terrain. I had enough HP to live the first Life Orb hit and then Shadow Sneak with 2 boosts up. 100. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 boosts, but even with 1 boost, it 100% kills Gardevoir. I think even without a boost, it kills Gardevoir. Or it does like 60 to 70%, which is what.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah, and then I wouldn't have actually died to the Life Orb because he goes down before I do, and then I get the win because I killed it. So yeah, could have been a draw if it was actual Pokemon.
/ tie.
Yeah, / tie, and then Ray would have to come up with his tie rules, and Ed would have to do the stats on that.
But it's not a tie though, because
yeah, I know it's not. I know it's not.
Your mon dies.
I'm saying if it was a tie,
there is a tying function on Showdown now.
But that's only if you both offer it. So you essentially go, can we just have a tie?
Just to be a dick.
That's why couldn't in the old games, couldn't you have both Pokemon actually faint? The last 2 Pokemon.
Probably.
I mean, you can, but someone always wins now, right?
Someone always dies first.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, you kill them and then die from recoil damage. But I don't even think you take the recoil damage. I think it just ends the fight, doesn't it? And your mon just stays alive.
No, I think you can. I think it does take the recoil damage still, but you still win.
Okay, no, because if it's recoil damage from a move, I think you take it because it's in the same phase. But then after that, it goes to like the cleanup phase where it deals with poison and stuff like that. And if you die in the poison, then that doesn't occur. The recoil from a move would. I'm not sure if Life Orb would, because that's kind of it's not the move, but it's something else added onto them. I guess if it's
an amplifier. And a secondary
it's affected by sheer force though, so maybe it would still.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. So that was me getting knocked out, taking third. Taking third place, and that is Tom into the grand final for a rematch in a weird best of 3 versus Chris Munden again.
It's gonna be pretty. I'm so glad I'm not in the final because that just sounds like a nightmare to try and. Like, that's got to be the most stressful hour and a half of your life. Just oh shit, what's he going to bring out? What do I bring out now?
Especially if out of your league you're going to do live coverage for it, which I think they're looking at doing. Not only do you have to...
are happening,
not only do you have to do the game, but you have to do it in front of a live commentary audience.
It's like doing 3 back-to-back exams, and the invigilator is just watching you like a hawk the whole time. You're like, shoot.
And if you get the first question wrong, you're done. You don't even get a shot at the second question.
Who does the first question first in an exam? Come on, man. You skip to the easiest question and just do that one, so you get 1 on the board, and then you worry about the rest.
Or you do the one worth the most points first, getting yourself the chance at most points.
I didn't have many exams at uni. Mine was all like practical work, so I didn't have to worry about it.
I tend to go with writing my name and the date first. That's usually.
And then you spell that wrong, and it's down from there.
That's true, actually. Yeah. You should write your name and stuff like at the end. So they're like, "Oh, why are you still writing?" It's because I'm writing my name on.
Like, who is named Do Rabbit? So that's not my name.
I liked it in
instead of Joe Robert.
I liked it. back in school with GCSE. I think it was GCSE English. We had a little thing in our classes where we had to, at some point during our essay, talk about oranges or tangerines. So we had to sneak in the word tangerine. Yeah, so one of the questions was to make a story, and so I ended up comparing something to a Marks and Spencer's tangerine.
I hated English at school, man. Like, fuck that class.
Yeah, school's done. But we're not here for school, we're here for Pokemon. So shall we move on to
take people to school? Let's go.
Oh, except for we're all eliminated because we're shitters.
We're all out of the tournament now. We made it a bit further than our league though, so that's
amazing.
We got third and fourth. Like, one of us was on the podium, one of us was just the one before the podium. Like, so it's not that bad. Like,
so I've had second and third now, so now I'm just gonna get first. Maybe I'll draft a good team next season.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
It's either going to be a good team or a completely bullshit team. We'll see.
I've got this team idea you might be interested in. It involves 6 red cards and a lot of dragon tail and circle. And I swear on paper it works. But
do I put a female Meowstic and a Smeargle with Geomancy on it? Because then we're talking.
And a lot of pissing into the wind.
Oh, so much piss.
There seems to be a Forstein hurricane blowing in. Oh boy, I got a full.
Someone just on a continent over is like, oh jeez, oh god, what's this? There's piss everywhere.
It's turned into a piss-nado. It's so much piss.
It's a good idea for a low-budget film.
I think I've just come up with your extravaganza. Your new extravaganza right there. JP stars in The Piss-nado.
All our Pummelling presents.
Piss-nado
your
2.
league production.
The Piss.
edited by JP Productions. Oh god. Doing this for you, Sam Warner. Right, name raters next on the cards. Let's hop into that, shall we?
Yeah, Christ, yeah. Well, first thing we should say is that means we've got spicy rematch, and we've got the grand final coming up. Have we got a scheduled date yet? Do we know?
We don't have a scheduled date. I know that there are plans for live coverage of it. There may or may not be a collaborative effort between us and them, but it depends on when the match is scheduled, because I'm on holiday, probably when it's being played.
It may be some weird amalgam of Pummelling and Out of Your League.
Yes.
All out league.
Yes. All we'll do. We'll pre-record a show.
Out of Pummelling.
Out of Pummelling. Pummelling our league.
Pummelling our league.
Oh, what a show. We've got an idea, boys. Get to the progressive chat.
Get to the progressive chat. Yeah, we have set up a chat with that, so we are in communication.
A secret chat.
Secret chat.
Secret chat that no one knows about.
The progressive, all out of your league, all out of your.
We're all out of your pummelling on this show.
We're old leaguey pummels. That's what they call us.
We're trying to progress the league in positive directions. Hello. Is it time for a name raider now? Can we? Okay, our first name raider we have queued up. It's gonna be Sam Giel of the Penistone Palpitoads.
Our former champion.
Fun fact, I saw a tour guide for the UK, and it goes through every dodgy name place in the UK. There's like Cockton and stuff like that, and then one of the places stops up is of course Penistone.
Right, I actually have the image up right now.
You do?
So it starts at Twat in the north of Scotland, goes to Cockbridge, Dick Place, Cockermouth, Penistone, Cock Alley, Sluts Hole Lane, Fingering Hoe, Ass Hill, and ends up at Shitterton.
Wow, it looks like Sam Giel has ended up in Shitterton this season. So,
but he's here to bring it back with some grade A name raterage, right?
if anyone wanted to do that trip, it's 23.5 hours and 1,043 miles. So,
Oh, crikey.
good on you.
Some would say not worth the joke.
Not worth the joke, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything to do in those places, or do you just go to a place like, ha ha, look at that sign?
Well, apparently Penistone's actually quite nice, so I have it on the good authority that it's an alright place.
Who was told? Who has been there? Who has said?
Jared, my former roommate, good friend Jared, has been there. Yeah,
Samson has actually been there as well. He has been.
Has he?
Yeah, he's not just taken the name.
I thought he just wanted a knock gag.
No, he's been there at least once.
Well,
He was talking about a road trip to go and to visit the Holy Land.
That's better
An
than
open
a lot
bus
of,
top parade.
Yeah, it's better than a lot of football fans. It's like, yeah, I support Manchester United, yet I've never been to Manchester.
Nor am I
That
United.
PK, have you ever been to Manchester?
I have.
Good,
Yes,
good.
I have. And I can see United play.
Because I can see that little Manchester United thing above you there.
Yeah, and actually, there's also one right there.
What a football nerd! You like football, huh?
My brother painted that for me when I was like, it is. Yeah, no, it's good.
You know, the second
anyway,
person I know that has a big mural of Manchester United on their bedroom wall.
Who's the first?
Ben Whedon, home friend.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
we did, yeah.
And he is doxed.
that-
He is doxed.
He's got weed in his name.
Guido Agate to the progressive Penistone Palpitoad names.
Ginga
First
Densetsu
up.
weed.
We have Mega Glalie, which is called Wintry White Whacker.
Wintry white wacko. Or whacker.
That is Whacker.
Whacker, okay.
Whacker. Yeah, so our Samson likes his pink pounding sort of names. However, for his Mega. However, he couldn't continue it this time. Because Glalie's not pink. So
What colour's the shiny? Is it just like a weird white?
that was just like
one?
a darker version of it. Like
I think there's not much colour change in it.
I think it gets red eyes. Not much different.
but
It gets pink eye.
It's pink.
Oh, he would have used it. Said
Pink eye.
Wintry White Whacker, 2 out of 10, would not draft again.
Ah.
Could have told you that, mate.
It did its job at the Summer
Turn
League.
one explosion,
Turn one, game
loved
one.
it. Go. Oh, it won a place
Unfortunately,
in my heart.
Respect for the gag.
That was the high point, Sam. See.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, so this is an interesting thing that we should probably tell you what, we'll come back to it later in future side. We'll talk about it.
okay.
Yeah, boy. Right.
Yeah.
On to the Samson Geo Classic. We have Roo Stew Mark II with the Mew, and that is the progressive Palpitoads creating the evolution of Mew. So we have Roo Stew Mark II.
I like that.
Yeah,
It's
good,
a
isn't it?
nice name. It just sounds
Continuing
nice to
the
say.
trend. Yeah. If he drafts it again, I don't know what he's going to go to. He's going to
Can
just have
someone
Mark
else
III.
draft Mew?
or he's-
Is anyone else allowed to draft Mew, or is it just Sam?
I hope so.
I mean, if
like
someone
the
better
best.
drafted Mew, it would actually be a problem.
You can't say that about season 3 champion.
Yeah.
Fucking cat.
Season 2 third place, was it?
He doesn't watch this show. Why? He doesn't care.
Just came third.
In fourth, it's fine.
Yeah, true, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Also, so no. But you might
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
the name raid a bit this time because we're talking
I
about.
don't give a fuck.
No.
It's fine. Right, next
Man's
up,
got shit to
we
do.
have. He does. He's got a life to lead. He's got deals to make.
He's got a
we
Hoover
have
every single day.
He's a corporate man now.
Oh, the talk we had about this Buzzy Hoover, I was getting very agitated.
What, a vacuum
I was
cleaner?
Vexed.
I was,
I was
absolutely
Can you
vexed.
give us a little?
So essentially, he asked in the group chat for advice on which Hoover to buy.
Okay.
And none of us could give a single shit. But he kept
Yeah.
on about this.
Well,
for
don't you just
quite
say
a while.
Dyson and then move on?
Well,
yeah.
you think
no,
so?
no.
We
Oh,
tried
no.
that.
Because it loses zero suction. That's its whole thing. It's the best vacuum cleaner, right?
He didn't want a Henry. He didn't want a Dyson. Like,
What?
those are the only vacuums worth matter.
But Dyson
And
has no
he went on
suction. It's like
for
all the suction.
so long.
And then Henry's just
the worst
easy to use. So I know I'm doing vacuum motions. You can't see it. Looks like I'm going.
And then it came to light that he hoovers every single day.
Yeah, he hoovers every day.
Every single day.
Guys, I need a vacuum cleaner. Help!
A daily vacuum. What are his neighbours thinking?
You might need to vacuum every day.
How messy are you?
I mean, if your diet consists of nothing
dust
but
allergy.
if you eat nothing but Jacob's crackers and breadsticks, then maybe I can
without
understand
a plate.
Without a plate.
Yeah. Sam, if you have a dust allergy, comment below.
Me and Joe were not happy about it.
I was like,
it doesn't matter!
What? Yeah, it doesn't matter! Just go to Argos, spend 40 quid on anything! It'll be fine!
It's okay, Sam. Next time you need to buy a Hoover, just come over to JP. JP will help you out. I have a lot more patience than these two.
Please comment if you Hoover every single day, or if
because
you think
that is crazy.
Yeah, or if you think that is just the speak of a madman.
Or if you're like my mum and you Hoover at like 1 in the morning.
When we're trying to record a show.
Hey man, we record a podcast at 2 in the morning, so a podcast about Pokemon to 16 people.
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of nowhere, so it doesn't matter if I'm out at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Fucking field in the middle of nowhere.
You are light years away from anything.
True. Light years measures distance, not time. Speaking of time, let's get on to the 9 Tails of Lola, which is called 10 Tails, Winky Face. And his description for this... Penis. It's the penis. It's a male 9 Tails of Lola. It has 9 tails and 1 penis. So it's a 10-tailed mon. His description for it is just 4 winky faces. Good on Sam, boy.
Oh, God. Classic Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of weird penises if you look at them. On the picture, it's sort of like...
I mean, those are tails and not penises. It's only got 1 penis.
It's the 10 tails.
No, well, no. But that's the joke, Jim. 9 of them are tails. It's a male one.
Am I going to have to go back and look through to see if it was ever a female?
Well, it's like with an octopus. You know, one of the tentacles is actually doubles up as its weenus.
Can it change which one? Like, the one day it feels like the top one day it feels like the bottom one. Like...
Maybe it's not octopus. Maybe it's like cuttlefish. I swear, one of them squiddy fucks.
I was gonna say, if it can change at will, then he could just like do a big, you know, like machine you get in amusement parks where you've got to tap the lights at each point. But he just does it, and each one turns into a penis.
You can't have multiple penises.
Yeah, I know, but it's just one.
Peni.
One arm is switching from being a penis to a tentacle, and the other just switches.
He's like, would you like to shake hands? And then halfway through the handshake, oh, it's a penis! Oh, no! Oh, he's got me!
Go from a handshake to a handy.
The old penis switcheroo.
That Octillery, what will he do next?
Yeah. God.
I'm gonna Octazooka!
Please don't draft Octillery next season, Sam.
It's a Sam Mon.
It's one of my favourite mons, but...
Does he get anything other than Octazooka? Does he get Shell Smash or...
So he gets like the...
Doesn't have a shell.
He gets Mega Launcher, so it ends up with like...
Oh, okay.
Bubble Beam and stuff, but its stats are just shit.
So probably pretty good in its tier that it's in. Like, probably pretty good in RU or something.
No.
Probably not. I've never seen it used in any videos.
I'll have a look, but I think it's just...
think it's garbage.
Okay. What's the next
Speaking of garbage, Domanitan!
Oh.
It's only garbage because I fucking hate the look of this mon. I think it's absolutely disgusting and an abomination.
Okay.
The TCG art doesn't do it any favours, to be fair.
Oh, was there an...
I've just looked up. So he doesn't get Mega Launcher, he gets Sniper. Sniper, Suction Cups, and Moody, which is banned.
Okay.
He does attack and special attack are 105, then 75 HP, 75 defense, 75 special defense, and then 45 speed. So he's just
mediocre.
Do you think if Moody wasn't banned on Octillery would be instantly OP?
No.
Interesting.
But then again, they've had to ban Moody because it was on Bidoof and shit, right?
Yeah.
It was on Bibarel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
that
the
gets
fact
like
that-
double stab and like priority, whereas I don't think Octillery gets that.
Must get
I've seen like
Aquajet,
in doubles, it's not banned either. I
Does it
think.
get Aquajet?
I'm pretty sure you can have Moody in doubles.
Octillery does not get Aquajet.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's not a good mon.
I guess
fast
I
ones,
can't
it's
ban
good.
it for
But it does
one
have.
mod
It has
and not
like
the other.
a
Can't
weird...
ban it.
Also, can we talk about how Octazooka is also a shit move?
What's it do?
It's cool as hell, but
Yeah.
so Octazooka is base power 65. Whoa!
Oh, so you can't even get like a technician boost.
Base power 65, yeah. And then accuracy 85, and then it has a 50% chance to lower their accuracy. So if you hit and do no damage, then sometimes you can.
So
lower
you
their
might hit
accuracy.
and you might lower their accuracy, or you might miss.
What
And
I
then
want
none of it
Yeah.
happens.
is why does Sableye get this move? That's what I
Octazooka.
want.
Sableye gets Octazooka.
Come on, let's say it. It's the horsey
Fucking hell,
line,
it does as well.
Octillery, and Sableye.
What?
Why does Sableye get it?
Maybe Sableye is a dead Octillery. Because, you know, Remoraid turns into Octillery, which is weird, so why can't Octillery turn into a Sableye?
Well,
I
when
mean,
dies,
it is a ghost. It's a dark ghost, so it's fine. Yeah.
I've got a new
We figured it
idea.
out. Oh, how
Yeah.
many is it? Are it gems? Are they hexagons or octagons? That's how we
They
know.
are hexagons.
Ah,
They are hexagons.
thought I solved it.
Well, I
thought
don't know. They're
cracked
kind of a prism. If you were to count all the sides, it's
Oh, it's probably more.
I think 14 sides.
Oh, that's nothing to do with anything then.
Yeah,
Okay, never
that's.
mind. Never mind. Did we do the Dark Manitan name?
Oh no, I think we got stratified. An Octillery, which is on no one's team.
Yet.
For
And
good
probably
reason.
will remain not on anyone's team, based on what we've just discussed about
Oh,
it.
look out! I'm about to summon.
Right. Darmanitan is called Mega Monkey. He said he couldn't really get a good nickname to stick, but I kind of like this one. I hate them on, but I like this one name. Alright. That's
Yeah.
about all that can be said about Darmanitan. Moving on, of one that I love, Como. Instead of Komomo, it's called No Momo. Again,
No Momo.
couldn't really get a good nickname to stick.
Or no
But-
Momo.
I'm a little sad at how it's fared this
Season.
draft.
I mean, it wasn't in
Unfortunate, yeah.
its rightful hands. Right? It's unskilled,
That-
ready hands.
That champion's a shitter.
Oh my god.
When I say unskilled, I mean unskilled. Como.
Yeah.
Rightful.
Which is PK, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have the right badges.
You just got to click clanging scales
It's
over
been
and
traded,
over.
and yes.
Hit with a big
He
clang.
wanted to clang, but he could not clang. Right, next up, we have the crocodile, which is called Nookie Crookie or Crafty Croc.
Nookie Crookie
Um,
or Crafty Croc, okay.
Bit of Nookie Crook. If you don't know.
Yeah. He said he liked the alliteration, but nothing stuck as well as like Chewy Louie or TikTok Killer Croc. So, he was trying to get his in there. I like Nookie Crookies. That name, it's fine.
It's a sound name.
Yeah, nice referencing of the other crocodiles of the league.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we think, oh, it's actually got a good name for once. Not to sway your,
Oh, wow.
not to sway your views, guy. But I like this one. So he has the Hitmontop, which is called Stickmontop.
That's Sigmund top. Okay.
Stickmontop, and I quote, "Beyblades are sick." Like, that's
Hey.
why it's called that.
So it's not because he spins around really fast and then he feels dizzy and then gets sick and throws up everywhere.
No.
He's a Sigmund.
Oh no! The Pissnado's turning into a vomit Pissnado!
It doesn't
Beyblade is
spin on its
sick.
head anymore. They've turned it upright for the last couple
no,
of gens.
No one just
Yeah, it just
walks
does
around
this
doing
little-
capoeira.
Dancey thing, and you're like,
Yeah, just
do it.
go back on your head. You were cool then.
He's trying to be DJ or whatever.
It was so cool in Gen 2, and it's like, oh, my Toe Rogue's got even stats, finally, and yeah.
Oh, yeah, I still kind of work out how to. It boggles the mind trying to work out how to evolve it.
Yeah.
How could I ever have even stats? This is impossible. Probably not. They probably
like random.
I mean, does it have the same base stats? Then all you have to do is get the same item.
Yeah, I think so. Because I remember getting one and just like sometimes it would evolve into like a Hitmonchan, sometimes it would evolve into the Hitmontop, and I'm like, oh, sweet.
All of its base stats are the same, so as long as you have the same IVs and put the same EVs in, and then it will evolve.
Yeah, it's when it's attack and defense are equal, it'll be a Hitmontop.
Attack and defense?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was...
Okay. Yeah, it's not
it must make EVing it and IVing it like really difficult, right? Because you've got to get it to a point where its stats are equal and then do what you want with it. Or luckily, I guess you want attack or defense in it.
I guess you don't do any, or you only train HP. Because you can't overcap, so maybe you just max HP and then...
But its attack and defense spaces are different, aren't they? Actually, sorry, Tyrogues are the same, are they?
Tyrogues are the same.
Yeah, Tyrogues
are okay. Yeah. Right, so, okay, that's probably easier to do then.
Yeah.
Which must mean that making Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan more difficult, right?
Well, it's just when the attack is higher than the defense, or the defense is higher than the attack.
You just go and give it, like, one attack. Like,
or you fight a mon that gives the
defense
IVs or something, right?
Yeah, but that would mean then that you can't necessarily have, like, a 252, 252... Or maybe you could put the 4 in on a stat.
Can you reset EVs in the games?
Yeah, you can reset EVs. You just give it there's the full reset, which costs a lot of points. Or there's the little reset you can do off of. Is it a berry? You can feed it, and then it forgets
just cleans it out.
It forgets 10 EVs at a time.
I know nothing about the post game.
It's like laxatives for a mon, and he just cleans it out of all of its EVs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't I have never EV trained a Pokemon or anything like that.
Okay. So that was sitting on top. What's that?
That was sitting on top. Next up, we have the Raichu, which is Jamie Rat.
Yeah.
We have a super fan in our midst.
Oh my god.
The OG Jamie Rat.
I prefer the old
he just
picture,
says,
but
yeah. Of course, it's Jamie Rat.
Yeah. Love Jamie Rat.
Right, next up we have the Quagsire, which has been a no-show, and he says he doesn't actually have an idea of the name. There's maybe call him Cutout, as he looks like a cheap cardboard cutout.
He does, actually.
Which,
no
joke can see.
You can just stick him at a stand and be like, it's a Quagsire.
Right, next up we have the Lilligant, which is called Rob's Weekend.
Rob's Weekend.
And he says, Lilligant looks like a man in drag.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay.
That's Rob on the weekend. He's in his drag, looking like a Lilligant.
Wow.
I'm a swing and a miss for me, I'm afraid.
Yeah, she's a lady.
Swing and a miss.
Speaking of misses, finally we have the Beartic, which is also a no-show, and he's like calling Bear Tits. I don't know.
Bear tits.
Bear tits. I mean, changing one letter has a lot of impact there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think, boys? What are these names? Anyone grabbing you?
I think it's a
Grabbing
weaker pool of names than I would expect off of a Samson.
Yeah, it kind of goes with his season, I think. He's not had a lot of time.
Yeah.
Or the will.
Well, I think the lack of will has come from the lack of time. I think on a different Sam, this would be a different looking team, a different looking name raider, and a better performance.
Hopefully, now he's moved into a new place and he's trying to get a bit settled. So hopefully next season he'll come back fighting fit, and I wouldn't have to meme and abuse him relentlessly.
Boo him for his vacuum cleaner obsession.
Yeah, that's what he's too busy doing. He's busy hoovering every day. That's why he ended up the scratch.
He's been spending too much time hoovering.
Too much time hoovering.
Yeah.
Boy loves a chore.
He loves this chores, that man. Can't get enough.
So I mean, I have unconditional love for Jamie Rat.
Yeah.
However,
yeah, that's classic.
Was it True Stew Mark II? Was it?
It is Roux Stew Mark II.
Roux
as in the cooking, the like sauce thickener. Roux.
Oh yeah, ROUX.
UX.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Flour and fat cooked together and used to thicken sauces. There you go.
Okay.
That sort of roux.
Yeah. I do like Roux Stew.
I like the Mark II. Yeah.
I also like the Ten Tails winky face. I think that's just funny because it's also it wasn't Crispy's name for it before, like a mixture of 9. It was like 9-tailed.
Wasn't it just the Japanese for nine-tailed?
Nine-tailed demon fox, yeah.
Kira. It's
Kitsu.
yeah, that's the one.
Weeb Alert.
Weeb Alert.
Love a good Weeb Alert.
Love a good callback to a Weeb
Yeah,
Alert.
for me, it's just it's sick on top.
Yeah, sick on top for me as well.
Yeah, sick on top. Let's go.
Bare tits.
But the thing is, like, you would
He
surely
was so
want
non-committal, and he's not even brought it. He's just like, I'm fucking over tits or something like.
Looking at the picture though, its more defining feature is its crotch. Than its tits.
Well, whatever you wanna spend your time.
No. We can't.
That's none of mine.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Oh, so should we move on then to the next name rater?
Yes, indeed.
The final name rater of the season.
Final name rater of the season, and it's our second out of league host.
Yeah, and our second former champion.
And our second former champion. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
We've saved them
So
all.
yeah, we've
Ending on a high.
got some big names this one, and it is Dom of the Malford Masquerains.
I thought you were just going to not say anything else. And it's Dom.
The Medford Nasty Grains.
Medford Nasty Grains.
Oh,
Yeah. So I haven't actually read this through yet, so hopefully I didn't stop it much. But first of all, we have Lopunny, who he has named Caramel with a K.
With a K.
So hot right now. He says here, a cross between the bunny that used to advertise caramel chocolate. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read this once, and I was like, oh, I don't remember that at all.
It sparks a memory.
I've just remembered that right there. Used to have like a yellow jumper on, right? Yellow jumper?
I don't know. Well, I mean, then it's crossing over into Peter Rabbit territory, where they've got the different colour jackets, because I swear one of them had like a yellow jacket.
Oh, the caramel. I'm wrong. The caramel bunny. That's a lot of Rule 34. Jesus Christ.
Really?
Well, yeah, my God. I wasn't ready. Google images. Why?
You're not allowed to search for lagomorphs. It's just a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not wearing anything. Not wearing anything at all, except for a pink neckerchief.
Oh, it's just so it's a Renamon then.
Oh God. I'm gonna need
There isn't Renamon a fox.
No one look up Renamon either.
No one look at Renamon.
What's a Renamon? Oh God.
No one look at Lucario either.
Oh, God of War.
Or any of the other
Who's this
mons
Rouge the Bat?
Rouge the Bat, you say? Amy Rose, what? Sonanu? What are they called?
Sonanu.
Sonanu.
Shout out to Little Sonic, the fanfic writer that they read on Game Grumps.
Yeah. That is jokes.
Apparently
we should read out Sonic fanfic on a show. Just play some showdown matches while just reading out terrible Sonic.
Did you know?
Smooth jazz.
Oh, you can play some smooth jazz.
Rouge the Bat is not a bat; it's a cat.
What?
Right.
It's a bat.
Look at this image that I will send JB.
Wow, that's pornographic.
Can I look at this without it
Yeah.
coming up on screen?
So it says, Rouge the Bat, species cat, status friend of Knuckles.
What? Status friend? They had to literally friend zone him.
See, but on the wiki right here it says Rouge the Bat. Rouge is an anthropomorphic bat and jewel thief.
Where is this picture coming from, PK?
No, appearance. Rouge is an anthropomorphic bat with white fur, tan skin, teal eyes. and endowed female feature.
Endowed.
Genuinely.
But
I mean, it's
it
true.
says
I
she's
don't
a cat.
actually know what is the source of it. The source is the world. Welcome to the World of Sonic book. That is what the source of it is.
Did they just typo cat instead of
She's
bat?
called cause she's called Ruth the Bat.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's
Her
why it's so
nicknames
like.
are Bat Girl,
Yeah.
Bat Thief.
You look at
Like-
the ears, they could be cat ears, but they're most probably bat ears.
But
She's got
the
fucking
ear-
bat wings. Like, come on.
is that not just her outfit?
Also,
like
look how long her arms are. Her arms are so long. The hands go below the knees.
Are you saying bats have long hands?
Say it.
Well,
Well,
at the end
normally
of their- they're at the
the
end of
hands
their
are their
wings, aren't they?
wings, aren't
Yeah,
they? So
they
they
got
do
the-
have long hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but their hoods aren't attached. Her wings are separate. They could be her outfit. She could be a cat in a bat suit. You never know. The cat and the bat.
Who designed her? They were
Joe.
just like, let's just put a succubus in Sonic. Why not? Kids will love it.
That's true. It's basically a furry Morrigan from
Yeah.
the Darkstalker series.
Oh dear. Right.
Rogue and Shadow are currently best friends. I'm learning all these things about the Sonic Extended Universe.
You don't want to go further, Jay.
No,
It's a
I
slippery
don't.
slope.
Because going further leads to going further.
Well, I don't. Funny how
First rule of fur purgatory, Jay.
you don't recover.
Right. So, nobody.
Smash
You
Bros.
can't talk about Low Putty without bringing up fairy stuff.
Yeah. Well, in fact, I've not even finished this. Yeah. So it's a cross between the bunny that is used to advertise the caramel chocolate in the 90s and a stripper's naming convention. Which I assume is like
The K.
using a K.
Oh, yeah,
crystal
okay.
and-
Yeah,
all that.
gotcha. Which, funnily enough, is a female Fox character in Star Fox Adventures, who is
It is,
also
yes.
very
I'm just going to go get, whoa, that's pornographic!
Oh,
Lord.
jeez.
Right, next up is Zera Ora, who you may remember is called Furious George.
Yeah, it is.
He says here,
Oh, yeah,
he ain't pretty no more and probably requires most of your skin to be an effective tier 1.
No longer curious. He's furious.
Furious George.
I love that.
What's the name of the... it's Beautiful George, isn't it, in Simpsons, the fighting monkey? Beautiful George, Mr. Burns' fighting monkey? No, it's not a fighting monkey, but Homer makes him fight.
Is he like a smoking monkey?
No,
Originally,
you're
yes, I
thinking
know.
of Krusty's monkey.
Oh, I am thinking of Krusty.
But this
Monkey,
is...
No, the Simpsons one is called Furious George.
I
is
thought,
Mr.
he's
Burns'
Beautiful George, and then doesn't he get renamed Furious George by Homer? Well,
No,
I
I,
don't know,
I
Ray
think
will
it
correct
is,
us in the comments.
I'm pretty sure it's Furious George, but Homer's one is called like Mojo, isn't it? Because it's like
yes,
fat
yes.
and dead, and he just says, press the record. It's like pray for Mojo.
Pray for Mojo,
Is he-
yeah.
There's the episode where he goes and like stays on his boat,
Pray for
right?
Mojo.
I don't know. I don't know. That's from the Mansion family. I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
someone
they go
who
and live
has
in
a
his-
better
his-
memory of Simpsons will look it up for us, I'm sure.
I was going to say, you can't look it up when you're the person reading out the names, Joe.
I can. Oh, he's Furious George. Why is he? Yeah, he's Furious George. Furious George is a monkey. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, he was never called Beautiful George, but he was beautiful in our hearts. Okay.
Like
Long live.
Harambe. God bless Harambe.
Pixel.
Dick Salmon for Harambe.
Think so.
Never fire again.
Harambe.
Next up, we have Toxapex. We have Toxapex, who is called The Bunk, which is a returning name for Toxapex, I believe, from when he had it previously.
Yes, it was. The Bunk.
So he says here, back again, and still named after the legend from The Wire. Still getting wasted and helplessly asking for pussy gone take my shoes.
Who's going to take my shoes?
Yeah. I thought.
It's fine.
Not
Yeah,
something I've watched. to be honest.
Yeah, no,
I've not
unfortunately
seen
it's,
The Wire, I'm afraid.
Yes.
over us.
Here it's very good.
But sorry.
Here it's brilliant.
That's what everyone
it's
says.
not
They're like,
anime.
oh, The Wire's so good. It was like the hot thing to watch for a while, wasn't it?
The Wire.
Like
Yeah.
Sopranos
Yeah, for the
and all that.
past,
like,
yeah. Recently it's been Game of Thrones, but we had Sopranos, The Wire, Yeah,
Like
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
Breaking Bad,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know. Yeah.
No, it's like Stranger Things, I think.
Oh, Stranger
season 3. Yeah.
Things.
Don't watch TV.
What's TV?
Like, I have access to a Netflix account as well, and I just never watch it. Like,
Oh, so good, man.
No, the best
you
thing
watch
to
it
watch on Netflix.
Can you watch it on your PC?
Yeah.
Ah,
Anything with internet access. Yeah.
that'd probably make it a lot easier because I could actually just watch it on my PC.
You could, yeah.
Ah.
The best thing to watch on Netflix is the Sonic Boom TV show because it's really funny.
They've got a lot of they even got a lot of anime on there. Weeb Alert, Weeb Alert,
Yeah,
Weeb
they
Alert,
do.
yeah.
They got rid of Code Geass, I think, off of it, or something like that. Because I remember watching
but
it.
they just added.
Evangelion
yeah,
with a
Evangelion.
terrible,
With a
terrible
oh no! Don't get me started. This fucking Eva change. Like, change the voice actors. That's fine. I can sort of get by that, but like changing the whole like script, like
They didn't need to change anything,
no
to
spoilers
be
because I
honest.
haven't watched it yet. So.
just
Oh, you've never watched Evangelion?
No, that's why it's on Netflix. I'm like, shit, I can watch Evangelion now.
Just the only spoiler that's not a spoiler is that there's different endings depending on what you're
Well,
watching.
yeah, there's like 4 different types on there, and I'm quite confused.
Yeah.
Also,
There's-
same with Fate Stay and all that bollocks. There's like
Oh,
18
so that-
different versions of it, and I'm like, what do I watch?
Because
Which
like,
one?
That's because in the original Fate Stay Night VN, there are 3 different routes that you can go. And so there's been different anime based on the different routes that you can go, and then there's been subsequent games and light novels in the whole Nasu verse, which is what the guy who writes
So
it.
our next name is
As soon as you said Nasu Vaz, you're like,
Yeah. But
We're gonna put a big flash of Weeb
they did Kawaru and Shinji dirty in the chest.
He's still going, Weeb
They have to do what they do in QI when they say the wrong answer. Just
Yeah.
put that kind of alarm going on.
Next up, we have Espeon.
Espeon.
Ishimofo.
I love Ishimofo.
It says
Ishimofo.
here, just as it was in our BB/VWs, that's Blaze Blue,
Blaze Black. Blaze
Blaze
Black.
Black and
Volt.
Blaze Blue.
Volt
Like,
White.
now I'm interested.
Volt White.
I was trying
yes.
to work out, yeah, which way around. Egglock on the channel. This is named after the Espeon I gave my dad to use when he was jobless, and I introduced him to Fire Red. I came back one day after school and heard him saying, "Eat shit, motherfucker!" to his laptop as I found him side-beaming Ratatas.
I love that story.
And of course, we know that Dom's dad is indeed a slacking.
A slacking, yes.
Yes.
A Charles
So-
Gray.
Yeah.
Slowly we're piecing together all of the information. Maybe one time we will have to get him on the show. Maybe we could add him in for the collaborative effort.
To replace you if you're on a holiday and we're like taking JP's place. Charles Gray.
We'll just put a picture of a slacking there.
Oh, what boys? What's going on? I don't know what he sounds like, but that's what it sounds like.
It's your boy.
Oh, it's your
All right,
boy.
boys, it's me, Charles Gray. I have no idea.
He's inexplicably Australian.
Crikey, mates. What are we talking about today? Pokemon. Oi, Mr. Prime Minister. Andy.
Disparaging the bull is a bullable offence.
Nothing wrong with the bidet, is there?
The toilet stay there and back.
International Drainage Commissioner is Springfield. Sorry, Ray will be loving all of this.
Yeah,
Everyone else has tuned out long ago.
Oh, that's it, because only Ray has ever seen Simpsons. It's not a popular.
Yeah. We know only Ray loves it like we do.
Next up is the Umbreon, called Sombroon. He says here, literally just a portmanteau of Sombra from Overwatch and the Moon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Sombroon.
I quite like Umbr as a dance.
Umbra.
Umbreon.
Loomis and Umbra.
Yeah.
Like, Yu-Gi-Oh, guys.
Weeb Alert, Weeb Alert, woo!
Weeb Alert, woo!
Come on, man. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, everyone knows that shit.
Everyone watched Yu-Gi-Oh, right? If you didn't, you're not cool like
Well,
me.
and then again,
Joe.
Loomis and Umbra is just a scientific term, so it's not really a Weeb Alert.
I'm guessing then if you drafted
Science,
an
bitch.
Espeon and an Umbreon, you would call them Loomis and Umbra.
I've already drafted an Umbreon now. I would definitely not call it Umbra. We had it in the last. We had it in the last one.
I can't remember what you called it.
Hitashura, because Rob had the happy Hitashura.
Weeb Alert, Weeb Alert.
What was the Vaporeon called then?
It was called Fion. Oh, it was called
Foxglove. Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
Foxglove. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right, Chandelier then. Sorry.
Yes, next up is Chandler.
Oh, another one I've had. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Who he has called Sia. It says here, I've never had a good name for this Mon, and Samson Gio gave him the idea, I think, as I literally drafted it. So, well, as he drafted it, he gave him the idea for the name. So, of course, that's after the Sia song, Chandelier.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, gotcha.
Gonna swing.
Once again, I apologize. Next up is Flygon. So a returning name is Elton Flygon. Got those tinted specs on.
Yeah. I really like that.
He says, "We'll always name my Flygons after the Rocket Man, purely for his amazing taste in specs." So there we go.
Have any of you seen that movie?
No, I haven't
I'm
yet.
interested to see
I
it,
haven't
though.
seen it, but I would like to see it at some point.
A group of my friends went to go see it. On a night I was free, so I've heard secondhand about it.
Was it one of you guys that told me the reason why they've started making all these music films? Because there's like a Beatles one as well.
There
is
is a
because
Beatles one,
Queen, or like the Queen estate, made so much money from the film, and they got it all because they funded the film.
Yeah.
So they got all the profit.
That was a very good film. I wish we didn't watch it in
They made
cinema,
like
though.
£1 billion
I
or dollars.
wish we watched it in like some open air arena, like so everyone could sing along.
Oh, that would
That'd
have been sick, man. Yeah, there were points where I wanted to get up and like sing along with it, and everyone was just sitting down. And I was like,
Because you're in a cinema, so it's like,
we will rock you.
Yeah.
Slamming feet on the cinema floor. Yeah.
Crushing popcorn under.
Slapping Pepsis out the way.
Pepsi on your face. Big disc.
Kicking that other Pepsi can all over the place. Whispering, we will rock you. Anyway.
All I know is you get to see Rob Stark getting very, very, very nakedly sexual.
Oh, okay.
That was like the first thing my friend
I was wondering where you were going with this.
It was just like,
Very, very nice.
yeah, it was just like, you gotta see him getting jerked off, and you're like, oh, come on.
Really?
Oh, apparently it's quite,
Like, hand and
Quite
dick.
graphic.
Oh,
But-
man.
I'm just the
Oh.
messenger.
Oh,
You too
no.
can go and enjoy this.
Now I'm more interested in this film.
No, I'm
Rob
less
Stark
interested in
getting
this
jerked off.
I believe someone gets a facial at one point as well, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
This was a completely
Oh, no.
different film. It was more of a porn parody of Elton John they went to see.
Next
Cock
up
it, man.
is
Sorry.
Cock-it
Hold me closer, tiny wanker.
No. No.
Flagged. This video's been flagged for
This has been
offensive
flagged,
content. Right. Next up, we have Beyonce. Beyonce? Like Beyonce.
Beyonce.
I've never said it like that before. Beyonce.
Yep.
Who's called Princess Pretty Pants.
Princess Putty Pants.
Princess Pretty Pants. Not sure this name ever fit in Showdown properly, so it was truncated, but it was basically taken from what the irritating sister in Digimon Season 3 would call the long-suffering Terriermon, while she tried to dress him up in a pink dress. Obviously, I was going for commentary on how these things called girly and pink are actually badass, and not because I had no other ideas for dancing names.
Fair enough.
Digimon Tamers was. I have Digimon Tamers downloaded, but I haven't actually watched it. I have someone that is like the best one, but.
Yeah, it's all right.
Weeb Alert. Are we allowed to talk about Digimon on a Pokemon?
It feels a lot like Metabots.
He's literally named it from a Digimon quote. Digimon Tamers.
Yeah,
like,
he's done
I think
it for us.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you see the video I linked to you earlier? Is that there's a new Digimon movie coming out based on
I didn't actually
second gen.
Look at I saw it, but...
no.
Well, because they had Digimon. Because they had Digimon Adventure Try, which is a set of films that was based after Adventure 1 and 2, and now there's going to be another film which I think might be based after that, but again from Tai's point of view. Yeah,
Taichi.
I was going to say, remember? Yeah, Tai's point of view.
Remember to use their Englando voices.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, I did originally watch it in English.
Yeah. Well, all of their names are actually Japanese names that they just localize slightly. Like Sora is just a Japanese name. Joey is Jo, which is kind of a mix. Was it Mimi? It's a Japanese name. Izzy, pretty sure that's like a weird Japanese thing. Yeah.
They had Ken Ichijoji.
Ken Ichijoji, yeah.
Ken Ichijoji. Digimon Emperor. Spoiler alert.
Well,
yeah.
Next up, we have the Torterra, who's called... I don't think I ever picked up on this name, or even if it ever came to a match, but it's called the Bonsai Bruiser, which is...
Bonsai Bruiser.
The Bonsai Bruiser, which is a fucking amazing name. Just wanted a badass-sounding Mexican wrestler kind of name that might be over a tannoy as he entered the ring. Fuck yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah,
Bonsai Bruiser.
Bonsai Bruiser is pretty sick.
10 out of 10 right there.
10 out of 10. Name rater approved name.
He may be 1,000 times smaller than the average fighter, but he packs the same punch. It's the Bonsai
Still
Bruiser.
prickly.
Well, especially if he's one of the ones of the Detective Pikachu movie. I won't say about them spoiling it, but there's Torterras in the film.
There are Torterras.
They're pretty cool.
Pretty big.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Next up is, and finally, is the Lapras.
We've not got the Masquerain as well.
No.
No.
We simply do not. I can
Maybe it's
check
called-
to make sure I haven't missed it on the message you sent over.
Okay.
But
It doesn't appear to be on.
Oh, okay. Well, Dom, you can put in the comments if it does have a name.
Has it had a name in the past? Because he's had it in the past. hasn't he?
Yeah, he said it before. I can't remember.
What I'll do is, if he's brought it to a game, I'll flash it up now, and you can see it on there, and I'll put a little comment. Be like, "Yay, it's a good name," or "Oh, come on."
Maybe check like previous season matches just in case it's brought it then.
I'm
Like,
sure it'll have one.
It may have
before.
been this.
Maybe it's just Nasty Grain.
Or mascot, or just
Malford.
simply... It might not have a name.
Might not have a name. Might just be Masquerain.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Never know.
Oh, so lastly
Mhm.
is Lapras, who he is named Nessie. He says here, purely an outlet for my Scottish roots. What a monster this guy is. So, you know.
Yeah, man.
Loch Ness
So he
Monster.
should have been.
What's
Should have
that?
been doing a Scottish
like that.
voice for Charles Grey.
The Scottish rock.
Ah, you wee laddies! Fuck off
You
with
wee
you!
bastard.
Motherfucker!
Oh yeah, so
Whereas we all have a career in doing voice acting for
Oh,
different different people.
We do. We could do voice acting, just not accented voice acting.
Yeah.
Fuck off
don't
with you!
go
I
for
can do
the-
accents.
Do you want to do?
You got to goose then. I don't know what that was. Nessie.
Nessie, yeah, as in, you know, Loch Ness Monster.
I like that. some good names from Dom then.
Ending on a high note.
I'm quite a fan.
Yeah.
I think we know what mine and Joe's favourite.
I mean, it's the Bonsai Bruiser.
Oh, is it?
From down south.
Yeah.
It's the Bonsai Bruiser.
From Death Valley, Nevada. Bonsai Bruiser.
Me personally, I'm a fan of the Zorora.
Furious George.
Furious George is sick.
Like,
Ishimofo, I fucking love that name. That is
it's got history to it now. It's got so much history and prestige to the name.
Yes.
So.
And Elton, I really like Elton.
Again, another historical, prestige-based name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a
the Bonsai
Bruiser.
So Malford Masquerains gets the all up Pummelling name rater seal of approval.
Yes,
boom.
Yeah. Right then, that brings us on to our final bit of the night, which is going to be the return of Future Sight.
Whoa!
What's that?
There was something else we called it.
We foresaw it.
It's what was it? Looking forward to next season 5. And for today's episode, I thought what we could do is take a look through the teams and talk about if we think that there are any that should move up or down a tier, compare it to where the pros have ranked them, and then if there's anything else that we want to talk about, particular things, maybe like, I really like this mon, I would potentially draft it, or like, I don't know why anyone would draft this, why have you drafted it, kind of thing. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good to me, man.
Good.
Cool.
Have we all got the images up for ease?
I now have them up, so I'm going to be going through them the order that they are on the Facebook group. So starting off
Red
with
group, blue group, like that way.
Yes, starting off with the Bath City Buffalots.
Alan.
Okay.
Tim Allens.
So he's got the Mega Venusaur, Tornadus T, Slowbro, Florges, Mienshao, Rotom Heat, Drapion, Flosslass, Drudigan, Cradily, and Golem Alola. What do we reckon on the tiering, guys? Are we pretty happy with them? Or do you think?
I think everything's fine. By the looks of it.
So Luke.
The Mega Venusaur is an interesting one, just because in our league, obviously we've only got Megas split into 2 tiers. You've got normal Megas and you've got the shit Megas sort of thing. Whereas in the Pro League that I'm referring to is the WBE, I know there's a couple of different ones, like there's GBA and there's PG4, PGA, whatever it's called.
P4G.
P4G, yeah, that's the one. So there's a few different ones, but this is kind of like the current big one.
Like the biggest, most famous one. It's sort of like the Premier League, even.
And so they've actually split Megas into 3 tiers, and Mega Venusaur is at the top of that.
So it's the best of the best of the best of the best.
It's like one of the best Megas, if not the best
you
Mega.
actually lose points for picking it. So if to translate to ours, you would lose a Pokeball for your open slot by picking a good Mega like Venus.
Okay.
But
yes.
That's essentially how they do it, but they do it points, which is.
I mean, it's a well-used one in OU.
Yeah.
So it's strong.
One of the best
we know
Megas there is.
how good it
Yeah.
is. So.
Yeah.
Damn you, Ray.
Yeah, I actually thought the Cradily tier 5 could have been a bit odd. I could have seen it as a tier 4.
I was just thinking.
Honestly, I haven't really seen it, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't think Ray's brought it at all. But the pros put it at tier 5 as well. Yeah, he's got. That's the
tier
thing.
5 as well. Okay.
Yeah, he's got the Mega Venusaur, so he doesn't need it. Really. The only one that I know off the top of my head, okay, looking at my iPad because I started notes on it but didn't get through them all, was Drapion. We have tiered as tier 3, but actually should be tier 4 according to the pros. So tiered a little high. Do you agree with that?
I think we maybe became a bit obsessed with how well Muckalola performed, and then became obsessed with the Poison Dark typing, because of that, I think we've attributed too much power to that.
Because fairies are super good, right?
It's the same with like Skuntank as well. I think it's a higher tier than maybe it should be, but
I think we're figuring out though how to prep around it. Even though the Drapion, I remember, did put in some good work this.
Wasn't that agility sword stance?
Yeah,
the
double dance.
Like,
So that's something you'd expect from a tier 3. You might question it being tier 4 if it did that.
But it's not a definite. It's too high. It's a question rather than like this shouldn't be that.
It's probably fine tier 3 in my opinion. I think the rest of it's fine though.
Yeah, I think that's it's fairly.
Judigan tier 4, happy with that?
Yeah. But it's not as good as a tier 3. Like,
yeah,
not that good.
And it's not as bad as a tier 5. It does still have big stats,
good
outrage,
abilities,
stealth,
and moves.
skin, sheer force. Like it has shit going on.
Yeah,
and it can even be special. I'm pretty sure as well. Like it's got the moveset for it.
It's a mixed warbreaker or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you have any of them?
I mean, that's tell him we can't.
All...
Can't say this.
I'd have almost all of them.
Can't make this information.
I think I'd actually have all of them.
Well, I mean, you could say there are none I would have on there, wink, wink, or you could just be like, I really like Florges because Florges is great.
There's a few there that I have.
Tornadus T is so busted.
Yeah, just because you've been watching a lot of Wolf Click, haven't you? The Tornadus T. And
having to fight it twice this season. Oh man. It's definitely one of the highest priority tier ones. Like it's so fast, and I get it relies on lower accuracy moves, but it will generally use defog. If it misses, it will just regenerate out with like a U-turn. But it's so quick. Why is it that quick?
The trouble I find with it is that it has to rely on either non-stab or low accuracy moves.
Yeah, but it's fine. It should matter more to it, but I don't think it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that mod is so good. Like,
it's amazing if you hit all your hurricanes.
Yeah. And they confuse. Oh.
And they're confused as well. Yeah, that is bullshit.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, it generally defogs. So the thing's gonna have lower evasion anyway. So it's
that's true. That's true. Is that how it works? So if you lower their evasion, then it increases your accuracy?
Effectively.
Yes. Yeah. Effectively. So.
Ed. Now's your time.
I mean, that's...
I mean, I'm not going to die on this hill. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair Why else do it like, its evasiveness has gone down. That makes me less accurate. Like, no, of course it makes you. Well, just to make you more accurate, it makes them less likely.
Less likely to evade.
Yeah, I just wondered if it affected how likely it was to hit at all. Or because obviously if it was... I don't know. My brain's gone on it, but
yeah. I see what you're getting at. You want
to but
numbers.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on because we've got a few teams to get to. Next up is the Kroc Crocodiles.
Hi, hit me.
Hit you. Do you want to quickly run through your team? Is yours?
Nah, they're a bit shit. Let's move on.
So you wouldn't draft any of them again?
I would draft Thunderous T and Sharpedo or Returning Mons. Breloom did good work for me. Sigilif, I didn't even. I know I brought it once, didn't I? Managed to do the things I wanted to do.
Yeah, I feel like you could make it work. I feel like it's a mon that you could have a lot of work with.
Yeah, it's a cheesy mon.
It attracts a lot of attention though with prep, which is good.
What has PK just done to himself?
I look away for one goddamn second, and he hits himself in the balls.
No, my leg's just cramped up.
Oh, okay.
My hamstring is just cramped up.
It's too much on my pummeling for one boy to handle.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay.
I must just need another drink.
Yeah, I think things here that maybe tiered too high. The Avalug, we up from tier 5 to tier 4. I'm curious as to where that is currently on the pros. Is that still tier 5?
I believe is still tier 4. I will double check that though. Oh no, I think you're right. It's tier 5. Yeah, it's tier 5 on the pros.
Tier 5, yeah. I think since I've reviewed it so well, it got bumped up.
Yeah, he did put in work.
Yeah, he put in work. But he was alongside a Blissey, so...
Yeah.
This season, he was not alongside a Blissey. He's not anywhere near as much work as done.
No, he was your main tanky mon by the looks of it. Right.
Yeah.
Just trying to see where...
Maybe Breloom, maybe too high at tier 2? He'd be hell good as a tier 3, actually. Maybe.
Yeah.
Breloom is tier 2 on the pros.
Yeah, he gets Spore.
Spore, Mac Punch.
Yeah,
I think that'd be too good.
I think overall, that's all. I think they're all pretty above board.
Yeah.
Avalug.
Pretty solid. I'm just checking where Bronzong is. Bronzong is tier 4 on this as well, yeah. Yeah, I like a lot of the mons on this team, so I would happily have Victini again. I really want Primarina at some point. Sigalith I had in season 0 or season 1. No, sorry, yeah, season 0 I think. Yeah, pretty cool. PK, would you have any of them?
I would have Digilyph, Bronzong. I like. That's Snorlax as well. It's as many Sigilyph, Snorlax, and Bronzong are the ones I would want to have out of this team.
I think with Bronzong's always like it's good the value. Backup steel good type, value. Right?
Yeah.
It's like you pick your steel type, and then if you don't get that right, get Bronzong. Because I know it was my backup for Skarmory.
Takes a hit, get stealth rock.
2 great abilities.
Too, right?
Yeah. And you can self-destruct. Why not?
Exactly. Trick room lead, one of the best trick room leads in the game, I'd say.
Or just reads.
Quick claw. Quick claw, self-destruct.
Explosion PK. Get the extra base power.
Yeah,
right.
So you're right.
Oh, that was my fault. I said self-destruct. Actually, one thing that is interesting to mention on this team is Sharpedo. In the other league, they don't. When you Mega Evolve, when you bring your Mega, you have to Mega them straight away. Unless you're going to send them in and they're switching back out, then obviously you don't have to. But if you're clicking a move, you have to Mega Evolve them. So they put Sharpedo as tier 3 Mega because it means you never get the speed boost. Whereas ours, obviously, is quite good because you can choose to get the speed boost.
Yeah.
And that's something that I prefer. The way that we do it, I
prefer our way.
Because essentially it makes it
confusing.
It removes it as a mon. It gets rid of its cool fun thing.
Yes.
It's like you're like, oh yeah, you're allowed to bring Togekiss, but it's not allowed to run Roost or Serene Grace. You're like, oh, well, it's kind of just a bit dull and shit.
You can bring Serene Grace,
right?
but not Body Slam.
So you want
something like
more
that.
options rather than less.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. Just move on to the next team. We've got the Shuffled Cylinders. So we've got Aggron, Tyranitar, Excadrill, Celebi, Klefki, Mantine, Gastrodon, Moltres, Stoutland, Barbaracle, and Vikavolt.
I'm going to start with Klefki as tier 2 is too high.
Klefki tier 2 is
Where
too
have they got
high.
their Klefki?
They've got Klefki in tier 2 as well.
Really? I mean, I guess the typing is amazing, but I just...
The typing, the ability, the utility, move
I just don't like it. So it's like shit.
I'd be happy for it to be tier 3.
I for sure know one mon that needs to move up a tier, and that's Vikavolt for me.
Yeah.
No way is that tier 5.
Yeah.
It's so powerful!
Yeah.
It's so powerful, and doesn't it get a good ability as well?
I don't know. Actually.
I know. It has levitate.
So therefore, it's like one of the Rotoms. It's got no weakness.
Kind of like the same as Stoutland, because that's tier. Actually, no. Is Stoutland tier 5 or tier 4?
Well,
it does have a bunch of weaknesses.
Tier 5 on ours, and I
tier
believe
4 on theirs.
It was tier 5 on there as well. Let me just double check.
Stoutland should be tier 4
because Stoutland is only good with the support, so you need the sand being set up for it.
What we should do is we should link the tier list that you are currently looking at.
So if there's any mons that you want to look at, you can see where the pros are. Because also this is good for team building for next season because it'll help you spot the value picks and things like that.
This is where I started looking like tier 4, tier 5s.
Yes.
I'm
not seeing it in tier 5.
Moltres tier 4? Is that... What have they got Moltres as?
They've got it tier 4. Yeah, Stoutland tier 4.
They have tier 4, but after getting wrecked by a Moltres, I kind of think, it would be a borderline tier 3.
I've seen weakness. He is nasty.
I've seen many Moltres pop off. Like Flame Body.
They just don't die.
It's so good.
Z Sunny Day.
Yeah, Z Sunny Day. So you get the 2x speed boost, and then you just start popping off Fire Blasts or whatever.
And we saw it did hella work just being tanky as balls. And it was like, never expected.
Did it die? I got
guess
wrecked by
yeah,
a
I mean, it
Moltres.
works for Zapdos, so why not a Moltres?
Yeah.
As long as they ain't got Stealth Rocks up, kind of fine.
And a really good pick on Ed's team, because his team is just not weak to Stealth Rocks apart from the Moltres, so you could bring Stealth Rocks, but you're really going to want another move slot to deal with, you know, the Aggron, the Excadrill, and the Tyranitar, or the Celebi, or Klefki.
Where have they
The
put
Gashina.
the Aggron? Have they got it as a tier 1 or tier 2?
It's
that
a
is an interesting one.
tier 2.
Tier
I'm
2
pretty
Mega, so
sure.
it's a
The middling one.
middling
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
So we've got it down as the worst of the worst.
We've got it in well, we've only got the best of the best and worst of the worst, so we haven't got a middle one. But the point is, we get extra value from picking the Aggron, whereas they, you know, it's normal.
It would
They
just be
don't
neutral.
necessarily-
Like,
Yeah,
it's
they
just
don't have to spend anything
another
extra.
pick,
They don't gain anything from it.
Yeah.
Just so
Any
you know,
mons you would want on this?
Well, just before we go into that, a couple of other mons that are in that same thing for context. So you got things like Mega Beedrill, Mega Pidgeot, Mega Manectric, Mega Heracross, Mega Slowbro, Swampert, Sableye, Blastoise, Aerodactyl. Yep. Yeah, so they're the kind of things that they're thinking are tier 2.
Yeah, so we could make, like, some of those you'd possibly think could go, in our version, down to a tier 2 one, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting to think what everyone else thinks. If you think these are weird or not, post comments. We'll start a thread about it. Start a discussion.
Well, I think we saw how well our bad Megas did when they were drafted.
Yeah.
Other than
Aggron and
Glalie was the only
Steelix
one
were great.
Yeah, they both were fine. Glalie was
they were
great.
very good.
So where's Glalie on?
Glalie is tier 3.
3.
Tier 3, and Aggron and Steelix.
Steelix is also tier 3.
Tier 3.
Oh, is it?
And Aggron is tier 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Well, I would agree that Aggron's better than Mega Aggron's better than Mega.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But a whole tier better. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
The way that Rob used Mega Steelix, he made it look like it was a tier 2. Or a tier better than.
What a weird compliment to give someone. The way you used that Mega Steelix made it look like it was a tier 1.
That's solid snake right there.
We're nice to Rob on the show sometimes.
We move on to the next one.
Out of this team, I would want the Celebi. I really like Celebi.
That's right, guys. Everyone snipe this Celebi away from PK next season. Why are you just giving everyone all this information? My God.
You're gonna be sniping a lot of mons, man. I've got remember like 60 on a list. So.
You got like 150.
Only draft 11. Yeah, can only draft 11, and I've got a lot of replacements.
Just remember, it's got a 4 times weakness to bug.
I want to make a barbarian work, but it just never quite gets there, right?
Yeah.
But with Sniper and a crit, it'll be amazing.
Yeah. I have a soft spot for Tyranitar and Mega Aggron, but Tyranitar would be cool. Next team, the last one from Red Group is the Eating Kids. So we have Mega Altaria, Jirachi, Infernape, Muckalola, Mega Muckalola, Decidueye, Donphan, Jolteon, Araquanid, Omastar, Articuno, and Blossom.
Oh, awesome.
Any mons you're interested in on there?
I think
all of them pretty much.
It's a bit
except
topsy-turvy.
For Altaria.
So like,
yeah, except for the Mega.
Where have they got Infernape? Because this is obviously one that's just gone down in our league.
Sure. Can I do Control F? That would make things much easier.
Yes, you can do it. They have it as tier 1 still.
They do have it as tier 1 still, yes.
I think in draft, it is potentially better than it is for ladder, because you can bring it either special or physical or mixed, and it's so flexible. Yeah. I think maybe it is deserving to go back to tier 1.
Being a mixed wall breaker is very good in draft.
I think it's been good, but not great for Sam. So I'm happy to keep it at tier 2, because it's given it a chance to shine. No one's brought it at tier 1.
Yeah, so. It is in that weird sort of middle place where it's a bad tier 1 but an amazing tier 2, and you're like,
yeah, so I think having it this way when people will use it is better than it just not being picked.
Well, fun fact: the out of sort of the main 3 that moved down a tier. So there was this, Lucario, and Hydreigon.
That's the one.
The other 2 moved down, whereas so the other 2 are tier 2, and then Infernape is tier 1.
Okay.
So they agree. They agree with Hydreigon and Lucario. I still think Lucario is too good for tier 2. Same with Hydreigon, really, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it being tier 2.
Yeah.
And frankly, I'm also interested to find out about where they've got Muck, where they've got that Donphan, where they've got Jolteon as well. So like all three of them.
Jolteon, I'm almost certain is tier 3. Yeah, Jolteon's tier 3.
Okay, that's I mean,
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, I think it's a good tier 3.
The Primarina earlier, was that tier 3, right?
Tier 3, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's the same. They've got it here. Muckaloda is tier 3 on here.
3.
Tier 3, yeah.
Same.
Again, I think because Sam Ulner had used it so well,
in season 1,
we were like, "Whoa, this thing's amazing!" And
and then PK
because it was like the kill leader for the league.
Well, in season 2.
Yeah, boy. Give me that Kyrian. Yeah, and it's where the poison dark type
yes, yeah,
brain started. Right.
Maybe learning how to avoid using fairies against them, and now
getting pursuit trapped.
Yeah. And
it's like an earthquake and psychic. No, not psychic. Fuck, I haven't learned.
You haven't learned anything.
Do we need another seminar?
No,
we need a different type effectiveness seminar.
Yes.
Don't turn to the re-education camp. No.
Re-education through labour.
Based on your performance this season, Joe, we might just have to.
Jesus Christ. You'll see.
You'll see.
Donphan.
3.
3
still?
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I like it, PK. You're on it as well.
I think Donphan's amazing, but then I had a Donphan and I was like, but on paper you're like, just the best. But it's first tier.
Yes, yeah.
First tier, yeah.
This is why it's also tier 3, right?
Yep.
Yes, on both.
Araquanid, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, Araquanid's."
That's
tier 3.
Tier 3 on there, so it's upper tier. So Sam will get some good value there potentially, based on the pros. I don't think Omastar should be tier 4 personally.
It is tier 4,
but it is tier 4.
I think it's fine at tier 4.
It has all the entry hazards, right, and priority and shell smash. So it can do stuff.
You're right. No, it should be tier 4. It's also like the best special attacking rock type.
115. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, yeah. Anything you would have on there? I would have the Infernape 100 million %. Especially if it's tier 2.
I'd have most of them except for Altaria. I think I'd have all of them except for Altaria.
Give a bunch of them a crack, but none of them I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'd mainly want Omastar or
Omastar.
I just like how they are. Yeah. Omastar's cool. It's always been one of my favorites. It was the first, one I had back in the red days. Ooh.
Yeah. Use Helix.
Yeah. So I've always thought Omastar's been really cool. So yeah, I would take that.
Okay. Yeah, Infernape, Jolteon, and Jirachi for me. I hate Araquanid, even though it's good. I wouldn't want to use it. Move on to blue group then. We've got the return of Sam Deal's Penistone Palpitoads. I won't go through the noms because you've been looking at them for ages already.
I think we could probably just speed this up because we'll just have them on screen.
Yeah. So
go through.
I'm interested to see what they're ruling on Kommo-o and Kommo-o Z is. So
Kommo-o Z is banned.
Okay.
Almost definite. Kommo-o is still tier 1.
Really?
Yeah, tier 1 on theirs, even though Kommo-o Z is banned because their Omni boosters are banned. So things like Z Celebrate and whatever are banned.
Oh, all this. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Which I'm sure we'll get into in another future site.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Agreeing with that.
I'm not sure I agree with it, B. I think it's better in tier 2 as we've got it. I think
tier 2's fine with the especially for our league with the prevalence of fairies still being like. I know that we're getting better at dealing with them, but 4 times weakness to fairy is still you're just dead.
Still 4 times to fairy,
you're just dead. It's not the fastest
without
thing.
A dragon dance up,
yeah. And even with the dragon dance, still outsped by like Choice Scarf. Sylveon.
A lot of stuff,
maybe not Scarf Sylveon, but other fairies.
Some stuff,
the Tapus.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
What else we got here?
I really like Crocodile. I would happily have a Crocodile.
Do they have Quagsire as tier 5, or is that maybe a tier 4?
Quagsire tier 5.
It is 4.
Tier 4.
There we go. Bit of value there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's the unaware.
And can it gets recover as well, which is cool.
Yes, I have seen some really nice usage of Quagsire, but the 4 times grass weakness is a bit of a killer, especially when the crocodile's also a bit worried about it. So they'll probably be packing grass coverage.
Where have they got their Ninetales Alola?
That is the real telltale. And I have a feeling it's tier 2.
I do not want to see Aurora Veil in this league without it being tier 1. I really don't.
It's tier 2.
Yeah, it's tier 2. It's tier 2, but I stand by that it should be tier 1. I stand by that. If it didn't have Aurora Veil and Snow Warning or whatever, it'd be fine.
Then it'd be tier 4. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Fine.
But Ninetales, that's what it does. It's not that good otherwise. Like,
that's a lie.
Moonblast and Blizzard is
Sam
okay.
has used it poorly.
It's okay.
But even for before, it's been good, but it's not been tier 1 good. It's just something you have to think about. And you prep, be like, okay, I'll just bring Brick Break.
Yeah,
but then you have to use Brick Break, which is shit.
I'm pretty sure as well. Ninetales Alola is slower than regular Ninetales.
Ninetales Alola is still 109 speed.
Ninetales.
Ninetales is slower than Ninetales Alola.
It's faster than regular Ninetales.
Exactly. It's 109 speed with Aurora Veil.
It's got a lower attack stat.
Who gives a fuck?
That's a weird.
It's also got a 4 times weakness to steel. That's the other thing. That's a big thing.
There aren't that many good offensive moves or ones to use them.
Sorry, Mega Aggron, Mega Steelix. Hello. Pretty good this season.
Oh yeah, great.
You don't need to have stab.
It's
4 times weak. Anything with a fucking iron.
Even still, but that's not 100% accurate, I believe. Is that the one that's not 100% accurate? I know
Iron Tail is 75.
Iron Tail is 75.
Okay, that's a bit. Even still, there's not that many good offensive steel moves, and it's still very fast. And with the thing up, your
punch comes up before it sets up the veil.
How many?
This is still a hot topic for debate.
For PK, it's for everyone else.
Guys, in the comments below, let us know your thoughts on
the league.
Ninetales
Agrees
Alola.
with me.
No. One person out of your league agreed with you and was belligerent about it, and I'm pretty certain that was why it is now tier 1.
You didn't have to
just as you are
being the smartest person in the room, and I'm not apologising for this. You just can't see that it is so annoying and should be.
Oh, yeah, it's good, but there's tier 3s that are pretty good as well.
Yeah, but they don't get Aurora Veil.
No, they just Dragon Dance and.
But do you have to prep more for an Alola Ninetales than you do for any other massively good tier 2? No, you still have to consider what they can do and prep for it and go, oh yeah, I'm going to need a counter to that because it's going to do. But also, it's going to come out an Aurora Veil.
Yeah, so you just bring a steel move or Brick Break.
You can just be like, oh, well, I'll just make sure I bring this, and especially on rocks, it will take 25%
It doesn't have to be
to prep for.
It's got, it may only have 81 special attack, but it has a stab. It's a stab fairy as well. It gets freeze dry. It gets all this shit.
Yes, it's good. It's definitely tier 2.
Yes.
Tier 1.
It's a good tier 2.
Next. Anything else? Anybody want anything on this team? We already established that Glalie was a tier 3 mega, so it's mega.
Yeah. Yes. Tier 3 mega.
Yes. Mew, Beartic, and I would take that combo.
Just gonna quickly check where Raichu is because I have a feeling it's actually tier 5
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
That's a hell of a tier 5. That's tier 5.
I can't find.
I guess because we allowed the Omni boost thing, it makes it a hell of a lot better.
That is true, actually.
Yeah.
Raichu is tier 5. Raichu Alola is tier 4.
Yeah.
But I guess he still has access to nasty plot, but it's
Yeah,
without the celebrate.
Yeah, it makes it a bit better for our league. Okay. Yeah, everything else I'm pretty happy with the tiering off.
Yeah. Yep.
Moving on, we have the Chippenham Town Charmeleons, our grand finalist. He's got the Gyarados, Mega, the Tapu Koko, Latios, Tangrowth, Porygon 2, Toxicroak, Raichu Alola, Durant, Claydol, Gliscod, and Aurorus. And there's one Mon we have definitely got to talk about.
Tell me about that Gliscod.
Yeah, here we go.
I can tell you it's not a tier 5, that much for sure. It is tier 4. So only a tier up.
I mean, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
It gets too much priority.
Agree.
I would say it's probably a good tier 4.
It's a good tier 4.
Yeah. Let alone a tier 5.
A brilliant tier 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's...
I think anything that gets strong priority is a good Mon and should be considered when moving up tiers, things like that.
Even with its ability, it's rubbish, but it sometimes helps. So it's like,
I mean,
it's got a rubbish ability,
99% of the time it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, I know. It's generally even like that massive like weakness that it's got can occasionally be a strength, so it's deserving of tier 4.
But Chris has been really good in playing around it. He just sends out at the end of the game and then it cleans up.
And you're like,
just aquajets instead of first impressions, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, so it can keep on attacking.
Yeah,
and it's stamp as well, right? Because it's bug water. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe
water,
so.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. We already said the Raichu Alola is actually tier 4, so a little bit high tier 3.
Again, can't Omni Boost, so
can't Omni Boost, so I think tier 3 is fine for where we have it.
They haven't got any like weird rules regarding terrain setting or anything like that, have they?
No. So you can still do that. Baton Pass is
allowed,
however you can't
on the game.
You can't give multiple boosts. I think so. You can give either just
only one stat.
I think it's just one.
I think it may be just. Isn't something like just
because a lot of things have rules where you can't pass speed.
I think it was either just speed or just an attacking thing. It might be just speed. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Don't know.
Okay.
But one thing that should go down, or maybe go down, is Toxicroak. Have they got
that? Have they got that?
I think they've got it 4 as well. 4, where we have it 3. But I used it in the off season, and I just used it very well. I think maybe it's not, again, it's one of those where it's like it's a question that it could go down.
Yeah. Sword Stance and Sucker Punch and stuff, but it's like dry skin. It's kind of like a weird Mon.
Yeah.
It fills a lot of holes, but also has a lot of weaknesses. So it's sort of...
Getting back to that Octillery chat.
Yeah. I just had a quick gander. Durant is tier 4 on theirs as well. Pretty sure
Durant's great.
Tier 5.
What about Porygon 2?
Porygon 2, I'm sure that's got to be tier 3 as well. Yes, yeah. It's tier 3 along with Porygon Z as well. And
Gyarados, I'm assuming, is a tier 1 Mega?
Gyarados is a tier 1 Mega. Hell,
pretty tippy top.
Yeah. I think he's got a strong team. I would have the Latios.
Yeah.
I would have Durant again.
I'd have a fair few of them, and I've had a fair few of them.
Durant, Gliscod, Porygon 2, Tangrowth. I like that annoying Mon. Yeah.
I like a joke. You're giving nothing away.
Tangela. I don't understand why all this free information. Because I guarantee everybody's watching this.
Joe. I'm not saying that I'm going to draft Latios. I'm saying that it's a nice Mon.
It's a Mon I like.
No, I'm going to hate draft all your Mons and then retire from the league, and you're going to be so mad. And,
why are you no fun allowed?
Are you going to do this monotype stealing strat? Is that what you're going to do?
Like you did in that
draft,
all
the good,
the draft pack league where you'd sniped all my shit. I'm going to take the Ninetales Alola, I'm going to take the Florges. JP will want all of these. I'm like, you fucking asshole.
Hate draft every fairy.
Yeah. Oh, God. Alright. Moving on. It's my team. It's the Tonton Toragats. It me, JP. I can't say that because it's someone else's bit. It's very sad to find out.
It's already
a bit. I'm very upset.
We know Manectric is a tier 2 Mega, so it's nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yep.
Mimikyu tier 1, Skarmory tier 1, Reuniclus. Ooh, I'm actually interested on Reuniclus.
Well, there's the one after that is a lower tier. Like they have
a lower
Gator.
tier, you say?
They have Gator as tier 2. We have it as tier 3.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I agree with them.
I mean, he is hella work for you.
I think it's tier 2 worthy. Though saying that in season 2, it wasn't very good. It was not very good in season 2. This season has been put in work.
Yeah.
I've said it before. Every time I put in the damage calcs, it's just like, it just wins me the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would be fine with Gator going up, but I don't know what other people would think.
What about Incineroar? I'm guessing that's about right at tier 3.
Reuniclus, yeah. Okay, Reuniclus is also tier 2.
Tier 2.
Right, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Incineroar is also tier 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that being there is absolutely fine.
Yeah. Type Null?
Hexorus. Oh, Type Null.
That even on it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the thing. But Type Null's I've been very impressed by Type Null.
Yeah.
It's so tanky.
Type Null's tier 4.
Very good.
Tier 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can completely see why. However, I don't agree.
You'd rather have it as a tier 5?
Just because its move pool is gash. Like, it can run, like 5 moves tops. Like, you Thunderwave, return.
Thunderwave, Toxic, return, U-turn. I mean,
U-turn.
I mean, that'll do, right?
Yeah.
That'll do pretty much any match.
It's because it's got no recovery. Like, you've got Avalug in tier 5 that's got recover. Things like that.
Does it get Parting Shot, or is that just Silverly?
That's just Silverly. Stealthrock's just Silverly. Tailwind, I'm not sure.
Just Silverly.
I think it's just Silverly.
Yeah, you said
before,
just Silverly before.
Yeah, all of its good moves is when it evolves into Silverly.
Yeah.
And where's Silverly, actually? That's interesting.
Because we have it as a tier 3. I want to say?
John's draft.
They agree.
They agree.
They got it as tier 3. Yeah.
They was tier 3. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I'm checking Haxorus.
Maybe up to a tier 2?
Yeah, they've got Haxorus tier 2.
Which
I can see, but
again, these are like borderline.
I feel like Feraligatr did more work than Haxorus.
Well, they're both tier 2s.
Yeah, they kind of do the same thing, really, except for one has priority and one has an ability ignoring ability.
Yeah.
So overall, I had a shit team, but it was actually quite good value.
Quite a value team.
Good value.
You had two tier 2s.
2 tier 3s that should have been tier 2.
Tier 2s and a tier 5 that should have been a tier 4, arguably.
Pretty sure Pangar is tier 4. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Any of you want any of mine?
Oh, like most of it, to be honest.
Yeah, Pangoro,
Stop
Type
asking
Null.
you. You're not cooperating with this segment.
Pangoro, Type Null, Skarmory would be.
You can say you like Feraligatr and just not pick it.
Well, I just said I like most of the team. I like most of the team except for Leafeon and Altaria.
There you go.
And maybe Pangoro. The rest of it, yeah.
We'll win him over, ladies and gents.
Everyone's there, writing there, all these names down. Right, fine.
You give him an inch, they take a yard.
Take your whole hand.
Yeah. You take the whole hand. This isn't Duel Monsters, Pete. You can't take the hand of cards.
It's just Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Dimension the
dice.
I mean, I drafted this team, so I like it a lot. I suppose I should say the ones I wouldn't have again. I wouldn't have Altaria again.
Shocking.
I wouldn't have Leafeon again unless I was doing a Leafeon-based team.
Fuck yeah, Leafeon.
Yeah, I would love to say I wouldn't have Skarmory again, but based on how it's been this season, I would have it again. I think I want to stay away from Manectric now. I've had it in 2 seasons, and yeah.
I had it. I wasn't enthralled by it.
Yeah.
It also looks stupid as a mega.
Okay.
It's pretty. It's fast and strong, but it has 5 moves.
Choices.
So yeah.
Gets killed by a choice scarf guard or what?
Yeah.
One of those moves is overheat, so it's like
yeah, which makes its boosted special attack not good.
And another one's hidden power, so
it has 4 moves, and occasionally Magnerize. Yeah.
Next.
Yes, next is Rob's Bristol Braveries. So we have the Mega Steelix, the Landorus T, Thunderous Incarnate, Hydreigon, Sylveon, Shuckle, Cloyster, Sir Sableye, Dunsparce, Regice, and the Golbat.
Okay, so
Steelix
we've established that Hydreigon is a tier 2.
Is
still
a tier
on
2
there.
on theirs, yep.
Yeah.
Thunderous and Thunderous are going to be tier 1.
Shuckle is a tier 4 on theirs.
Is it? Oh,
Shuckle
okay.
tier 4.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cloyster? Have they got Cloyster as tier 3 or tier 2?
I think Cloyster is
tier
still tier 3, yeah.
Okay.
Sylveon tier 2?
Yes.
Yeah. Fair enough. Regice?
Regice is tier 5. Sableye is also
Regice tier 5?
I can see Regice being bumped up to a 4.
It's got a lot of value, hasn't it?
Yeah. It just seems good.
Defense. I guess it's the rock's weakness makes it squidgy.
I mean, you say squidgy, it's still what?
Squidgy.
Fucking...
Big special wall, isn't it?
Yeah, ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any recovery, and Boople isn't like amazing, so. Yeah.
Guessing Sableye is still tier 4.
It's tier 5.
Oh, sorry, tier 5.
Tier 5.
Pretty good. I'd say Sableye tier 5 is a very good pick.
Yeah.
So,
Prankster.
I think tier 4 is still fine. No, I could even see it as a tier, just about see it as a tier 3.
Don't know about that far. Alright. So,
actually, while we're talking about this, because I know it wasn't drafted this season, but for Rob's sake, I think we should mention the tiering of Metagross.
yes.
Oh, yes, yeah.
That is one I wanted to mention before. So Metagross, we have it as tier 1 still, even though it's been RU for quite a while. Obviously, it doesn't make a thing. But they have Metagross as tier 3, which I happen to
which is
think it was fine.
2 tiers lower than where we have
2
it.
tiers lower.
I mean, because we did have it as a tier 2, correct?
I have no idea. It's been tier 1 as far as I remember.
It was originally tier 2, I think, and then got bumped up to tier 1. And Rob was just like, what the fuck?
Rob drafted it as a tier 2 and used it as a tier 2.
What? It was in season 2,
bonus.
and then it went to... In season 3, it went to tier 1.
Yes,
Is
so
that what it was?
And it's been up there for a while now.
Yeah.
Yes, it was tier 2 in season...
And if I remember correctly, it's mainly because Dom was very... scared of weakness policy agility with clear body. It was just like, it's so strong, it's got priority. I think he lobbied for that.
That's what I was saying. Like, we're seeing all these other, really powerful priority users taking names in, tier 5 with Glisopod and Fraligator in tier 3. Kecleon tier 5.
Fucking Kecleon, yeah.
Yeah.
Backing you up.
Doublade in whatever tier that's going to be in when we get
3, I want to say.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
Yeah. So
right.
I think that is probably something to consider with the tiering of next season, like the priority abusers. I think priority is super, super strong in draft. And it's just in general.
I mean, yeah, just in general, it's pretty good.
Hitting first is always generally good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you have any of Rob's team? I would have the Hydreigon and Mega Steelix if Agron wasn't there.
So for me, it would be Sylveon, Golbat, Regice, Cloyster.
Not really any of them. Not really giving a shit.
I need an
Sylveon.
Eevee every season. Yeah, I need an Eevee every team.
It's like it's a good fairy when there's only a certain amount of fairies. So it's always.
It's a very good fairy. It's a tier 2 good fairy.
Oh yeah, but I mean, in a 16-person draft, they go quite quickly. So
yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be the best fairy available on the first pick, I'd say.
Yeah, that's not
or the second pick. Yeah.
I say I need an Eevee every team. I don't actually have one on this team, but I want an Eevee every team, so Sylveon be the next best one to get.
Yeah. You heard him! Everyone's sniping!
So next up, we have the Worcester Warty Tarts. The Wishty Warty Tarts. What do we think of this one?
So we've got the Mega Diancie, the Kyurem Black, Ferrothorn, Starmie, Silverly, the Marowak Alola, Nidoqueen, Electros, Scrafty, Executor Alola, and the Bruxish. I don't really have many opinions of this team.
I mean, I guess Mega Diancie is top tier. right?
Megadancy is, it's a tier 1 mega.
I'm interested to see the Ferrothorn, the Starmie, and the Marowak
The monster of OU.
Marowak Alola is tier 3, Ferrothorn is tier 2, and Starmie I think is still tier 1. Starmie's tier 1.
Starmie tier 1?
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
People in JupTV rate Starmie. I've heard people say it's one of the best tier 1s, like controversially. Like, but I don't see it. I don't know why. But
I bet they would just be like, right, let me fight you with the Starmie, and then they're just like sweep as well. Fuck, that's good.
Or like just tank everything will sweep. Yeah, I don't know.
We just need to watch these videos where people are wrecking house with Starmie, so we know why it's good.
I haven't seen anyone bring a Starmie to any of like these draft leagues where they just all just replace it as a solid, very good tier 1. Like, and I don't get it.
The problem is, like, sure, it's an okay tier 1, but it's worse than all the other tier 1s, and you can get tier 2s that do just as good a job.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tier 3
just a thing about Nidoqueen, which again they have it as tier 2, and I can sort of see it. Nidoqueen and Nidoking being the same tier.
Yeah.
Because we have King as 2 and Queen as 3.
Yeah, I guess that is a bit of a weird discrepancy.
I mean,
because
fine.
Queen for most people is generally going to be the better one. Like, with a higher defense is probably going to be more useful in draft. So having that as a lower, like, it's even better than King. Like, why would you pick King?
I think it's because Nidoqueen, because it's bulky, it can't necessarily just flat out kill things. Whereas Nidoking, it can just kill things. Whereas Nidoqueen, it can do a lot of damage to some things, and it's got enough bulk to live things, but it usually has to 2-hit or 3-hit KO things. I think that's probably where the difference in tierings come from.
And you said Marowak Alola they've got as a tier 3 still.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Still. Because that was one that we've demoted, so that's interesting to see it's still there. I think that's pretty.
I would have
they're all pretty solid.
I'd have the Kyurem Black.
Yeah, Kyurem Black. Wait. Some of this team, not like loads of it. A couple ones.
I would have Ferrothorn and Nidoqueen. I really like Ferrothorn. I like just bastard grass types.
I like all the bastards.
I do. Generally, just like these annoying ones that JB is like, oh, I hate this. I'd never draft that. I'm like,
I really like. I know. I find your drafting so weird.
I like all the bullshit weird.
Yeah. To be fair, I think tier 3 Marowak Alola I could get behind, but that's about it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
On to the next one, we have the Malford Masquerains. You've already looked at these, so we'll go straight into them.
Zeraora. We got to have the Zeraora.
Okay,
that's
where
the
they
tier
got
2. So
they're 2.
Tier 2 for them, yeah.
Which I think is where it is. Like,
I think it's going to be moved there next season. We were a bit worried going into this because obviously we hadn't seen it being used much. It was still new. I think now it has been seen a bit more. It's good, but it's not tier 1 good.
Yeah.
Who drafted it in the WBE? Has it been doing well, or?
I've not seen it been drafted, to be honest.
I've not seen it been used at all, so it's still a little bit unknown, other than it's not been that great this season. It's definitely a worse Tapu Koko.
For sure.
And can only be physical, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think maybe stick it in tier 2, see how it does.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I think that's the way we should go.
Yeah. Obviously, it's up to how you league. Put it where you want. If you want to keep it tier 1, keep it tier 1.
We are the league now, JT.
We're just here to give our opinions.
We assimilate.
Everyone is valid with their opinions.
About non-Mega Diancie, tier 4.
Hey, that is still tier 4. But
really? Still tier 4.
Yeah, that's been
very good though.
I could see that as a tier 3.
I could see that as a tier 3.
Even when I had it as Mega, I used it more as regular. I like it, man.
Yeah, maybe because
tier 4 is fine. Like,
maybe because Carbink is tier 5.
To steal.
It's a tier better than a Carbink. Would you say it's 2 tiers better than a Carbink?
I mean, Carbink's rubbish, so there is that. But
it's pretty good on a modern type team.
3 or 4, fine. Like, I can see it either way.
Yeah.
Tier 4. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, everything else I think is probably in its right place. Umbreon is yeah, I guess
tier 3. Yeah, I'd say I'd say
it's not
tier 3.
really good enough to go to tier 2.
I would say it's a better version of Vaporeon, which is also tier 3.
They have a Masquerain in
They're a
tier
bit different.
4, by the way.
They are a bit different. They have a
They have
Masquerain.
Masquerain tier 4.
Yeah, which I can get behind.
okay.
Quibberdance,
Quibberdance.
Sticky Webs, and
Intimidator,
Intimidate.
yeah.
Those
I can get
are all
behind
good
that.
things.
But
I
then
can see
even
that
in
as a
tier
tier
5, Dom's not brought it that much,
Yeah.
That's true.
if at all.
Probably because it has. Maybe if it hasn't had the matchup, or he just hasn't even had the time.
But
for the
he has
tournament,
had.
so.
It has had good performances previously when he has drafted it.
Yes.
There's been times it has Quibberdance and gone off, or got off of Sticky Webs and then still been a dickhead for a while, and then you're like, okay,
sure.
Yeah, you can have it just Sash, Quibberdance, Sticky
Like, where does that
Could be
compare-
a worse Rabombi.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Where does it compare to a Rabombi? Where's Rabombi on the tier?
I think
list?
Rabombo's tier 2. I think.
Tier 2.
No, it's not tier 2.
Tier
I
2?
stand corrected. It's tier 3. It's tier 3.
Okay,
Rabombi.
so we've got it at tier 4. I think we'll get there. But,
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, well, it is tier 4 because it's on my team.
Yeah.
Okay, so tier 4. So that's
Yeah.
And every time I look at that Rabombi and prep for it, I'm like, this thing's pretty
Scary. Yeah.
yeah.
I like a lot of
What a
Dom's
month.
team. I would have most of them except for Toxapex and Lopunny again.
I would have
pretty much all of that.
S. Yeah, I'd have it all. Like this,
lap that right up.
Yep.
yeah, there's not a mon on there I don't
Tasty.
like, except maybe Lopunny, just because it's a little bit boring. Like everything else.
I wouldn't have
they're cool.
Torterra. That can fuck off. As much as I love its design,
Yeah.
I am not drafting a Torterra. Thank you very much.
But the Bonsai Bandit, Joe.
The Bonsai Bruiser.
Bonsai
Oh,
Bruiser.
Bonsai
sorry.
Bruiser.
Bruiser.
I'd have that specific Torterra.
Yeah. Just him. Next on,
Next
then?
one,
Yeah.
is the Limehouse Luxrays, so our other grand finalist. So we've got the Mega Garchomp, Tapu Bulu, Volcarona, Lucario, Tentacruel, Doublane,
And-
Gardevoir, Esprit, Clefairy, Executor, Kekleon. You win your turn. No, it's fine. You can go
I was
now.
gonna say, straight away, they have Volcarona in tier 2.
Really?
Whoa,
Yes.
serious?
And this week in the WBE, Volcarona got sent out first and 6-0'd the opponent. I think it subbed Quibberdance and then it just won the team, beat the team straight out.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know
there
what
you
you're talking
go.
about,
Yeah, but
Can we just say that the guy using this is like one of the best Pokemon players in the world by far?
Yeah, he's brilliant. But still, a tier 2 for Volcarona. It's got useful abilities. It's easily Quibberdance. Yeah, it's got a big Stealth Rock weakness, but I think it's a bit low myself. I think we've got it fine. It's
I think
Tier
tier
one-
1 is
tier one's-
absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Yeah.
Where have they got this Doublade?
Doobie is. Oh, I do not want to add a bookmark. I want to search
tier
3. Yeah, 3.
Tier 3, yeah.
Literally. Fair enough. I think everything else there is pretty much
Yeah,
right.
I can agree with everything else.
I still disagree with Lucario. Because again, nasty plot, boost in, get Swords Dance. It's got priority on both sides. It can be physical or it can be special. It's just so versatile. Its move pool is ridiculous. It gets so much coverage. Why shouldn't it be a tier 1?
Because it's
so it needs to either set up
defensive stats are
or it's
not great.
Yeah.
It's a steel type. Pretty good.
It's got great typing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
got
a
great
tier 2.
It can...
It's a tier 2. We're not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But I don't know. I just don't see why it's not tier 1 good. Is it because it's not got the best speed stat?
So it needs to
that's
either use priority to outspeed, or it needs to set up with agility, Swords Dance, nasty plots.
And if you don't kill it, then it can die very easily.
Yeah, and it's
Sure.
so you kind of need to have a focus sash in order to get off the boosting turn, or you just use it as a revenge killer. So at which point the boosting and stuff doesn't really matter, and then you're just using it as a priority choice bandy bomb.
Yeah.
Which, could be any mon really, except for he has extreme speed, which is what sets him apart, I'd say.
Well, that's the thing, because he not only has he got you know, like Vacuum Wave and Bullet Punch and pretty sure it gets Mac Punch as well, right? And it's also got Extreme Speed, so it's pretty much got all the priority moves that it needs. Extreme Speed is +2 priority, and so if you get a boost in, if you get a Soul Star boost, then you can be Extreme Speed in Fools. And there's not anything they can do about that.
Send out a Steel type, or a Wall, or a Ghost type.
Actually,
they've just got the fighting coverage, so you can fight and attack it.
Mate, this Ghost type I'm sending out right now.
Yep. It doesn't get Match Punch. Gets
whoa. Let me tell you about my friend Paula Sand. The ground ghost type is going to earthquake Lucario to next Sunday. Let's go.
Tier 5 beating this supposedly Tier 1, JP. It's fine. It's a Tier 2. It's what it is.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's a good Tier 2, and we have said that for a while. We said it's a good Tier 2.
Forever lobby against it, but
then draft it as a Tier 2 and be like, show us how bullshit it is. Let's go.
I'm never going to take it away from all of Dom, Tom, and Chris Munden. Come on, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm assuming Kecleon is Tier 5.
Probably.
Yes, that's not even
good. Like a Tier 1, man. It's a Tier 1 Kecleon right there.
It was surprising, but you know.
Yeah.
Next up.
Oh, what was I going to say? Do we going to say any mons that we wanted?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Tentacruel.
I mean, Tentacruel was one of my MVP. Fine.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if it's got this. Oh, yeah, it has that. It just does. It has them all. Anything you could ever want.
Yeah.
Maybe a Mesprit. I haven't had any of the Lake Trio.
It's pretty cool.
Whatever they are.
It's pretty cool, but it feels a bit underwhelming.
Maybe a Doublade. Nice little doobie.
Wouldn't mind a... Yeah, Lucario might be pretty fun. Just be like... Whee!
Lucario would be my pick. And Garchomp, actually. I would definitely have a Garchomp.
Oh, there's 4 times weaknesses there.
True.
As long as they're weak to ice, they're coming to my team.
I think that Mega Garchomp is pretty OP in ours because you get yourself regular Garchomp and Mega Garchomp. So you could be... This was the thing for me. So in the Prep-O-Matic, they have Garchomp's max speed with a Choice Scarf as Garchomp Mega's speed changed rather than actual Garchomp that had a different speed. So it confused me when I was looking. I was like, oh yeah, well I can just do this and outspeed his team. It was like, no, actually,
you can just change the name of the mon and it'll load up for you.
Yeah, but I was using the one that you sent me because I can't.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, so I feel like Garchomp is extremely good value as a Mega.
Yeah, but we have it that you can take the Mega and then the regular still free.
Yeah, the regular's still free, but the point is with this you get both.
Yeah, so you have flexibility.
This Garchomp can be literally anything.
Or you could have Mega Charizard or Z Hold Hands Charizard, which, as we know, boy oh boy.
You don't want to be Mega Evolving, you want to get yourself that Z Hold Hands. Right, so yeah, next team then is the Royal Ascot Eldarias. Mega Gardevoir, Salamence, Rotom Wash, Bisharp, Weezing, Shaymin, Galvantula, Typhlosion, Hitmontop, Dugtrio, Alola, and Slacking. Any standout mons there?
There's a few here I want to know about.
Mm-hmm. Is one of them Shaymin?
One of them is definitely a Shaymin. Where is that Shaymin?
PK, you got this?
It is Tier 3.
Okay.
One thing interesting to say about Shaymin, it was actually put back by one of the main coaches. So they drafted a Shaymin, had it for a couple of weeks, and they've put it back in favour of a regular Venusaur.
Really?
Yes, because they wanted the toxic spike immunity.
Stupid.
I guess.
Yeah. No, everyone who's talking about it doesn't agree. They're just like, what have you done? Shaymin's great.
So Weezing, they have it as a Tier 4. Which I didn't realise. I thought it was still a Tier 4.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was still 3.
There it is.
Zoe has got masterful use of that Weezing, and it just looks so like horrible every time it comes out. You're like, I can't kill it. You just go, oh, it hasn't got any recovery, but they're just like leftovers and pain split. And you're like, it's got an infinite health. It's impossible.
Infinite health. Yeah, it weakens your thing and then recovers back up to full. It's like, but it doesn't have recover.
What is this bullshit? Yeah, fair enough.
Bisharp's
Galvantula?
Tier 3. Yeah.
Tier 3?
Galvantula Tier 3, okay.
Yeah.
Bisharp?
Must still...
Tier 2.
Tier 2? Tier 1?
Not
No,
tier,
tier
1. Tier 2. Tier 1? Tier 1.
Tier 2.
They've got it as a tier 2. Okay, yeah.
Everyone has been mad scared of Bisharp in prep. Though. Every time I hear...
Because it is mad scary. That's the whole
Yeah.
point, is it's like, yeah, by the way, Armor, Sword, Stance, and Sucker Punch. I am here to revenge kill all your fools and just be a dickhead. Well, not revenge kill, but...
It is 4 times weak to fighting.
It doesn't matter if you can't hit it.
I'm guessing I never had to fight it, so it's fine. But
Be bulky.
be bulky.
You try prepping for a Sword, Stance, Sucker Punch. That's it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked to prep for this team. It's already got a Gardevoir on it. A pseudo Garchomp with Salamence. A Wheezing.
Where have they got Slacking?
I'm pretty sure that's tier 5, but let me just...
Slacking is pretty amazing.
That's tier 5. After having to prep for it last season against Ray, I tend to agree with you. This thing puts in absolute work. It just kills the thing.
So
and then,
both Slacking and Regigigas are both tier 5 in theirs.
Okay, well, Regigigas is a different story, but that Slacking...
It's a big thing,
You can use an offensive move and then just switch out, right?
If you
it's not like Outrage that keeps you in.
Yeah.
That seems fine, right?
Yeah.
Like, what? How many monsters do you send out, do a
Just
thing, and then be like, oh, gonna run away?
Then,
but how about the fact that you can massive fuck off return?
Yeah.
And then just be like, oh yeah, I'll just swap out of my wall.
Yeah. Just put on Return and Giga Impact and Last Resort or something.
Dab Last Resort.
And my Power Sand will earthquake you to next Sunday, normal boy.
Not your normal child. Does Slacking get anything for Sand Castle?
I'm sure it gets like Shadow.
It's Gunk Shot. Play Rough.
Sucker Punch.
Interesting. Night Slash.
Sucker Punch, there you go.
Oh yeah, there you go. It does. Wow, I can't believe it gets Sucker Punch.
It's Power Up Punch, guys.
This is some bullshit.
Also gets Thunderbolt. That monkey's gonna rub its head and be like...
Thunder and Thunderbolt and Water Pulse.
Well, it's like all these normal types. Like, have you seen the move pool that Blissey and Chansey and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, I'll just give you.
But that's just. But that was a Gen 1 mon. Like Slacking was Gen 3. Like,
any of these big normal types have ridiculous people. It's why now Clefairy
Wigglytuff has it.
Yeah, like Clefairy and Wigglytuff. Like, because they were normal types, now they're fairy types, but they've still got this weird bullshit move pool. It's like, I'll just use every elemental move known to man. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think, this team's probably
pretty balanced.
Where have they got Mega Gardevoir?
On the Megas.
Believe that's a tier 2.
There's tier 1.
It's a tier 1.
Tier 1, okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I can see it.
Again, another one I'm not really worried about.
I would think maybe in their tiering I could see it as a tier 2, in ours I think tier 1.
But
you can use regular Gardevoir as well, but
True.
You don't have to make a roll.
Yeah.
Price Scarf does make it a bit more attractive. It's like slightly worse off than a Garchomp in that way.
Yeah. For me, I would have the Salamence, the Shaman, the Typhlosion, the Slacking.
I would have the Wheezing, and maybe Galvantula.
I would have most of this team except for Hitmonchan.
Except Hitmonchan, yeah.
Sorry, Hitmonchan. And Trio Alola.
He's cool, man.
Hanson can get back on the shelf.
Don't bop your way back to the bed.
Bop your way to the bus and fuck off.
Get 2 monsters called Mbop and Doo-Wop. Next team then is the Kangswoo Kabut Pops conglomerate. We have got the Mega Tyranitar, Clefable, Hippowdon, Entei, Excelente, Empoleon, Amoonguss, Slowking, Pyukumuku, Hariyama, Rotom Frost, and Dusclops.
Okay, so I am interested in... Let's start with Slowking. The Slowbro is a tier 2.
I have a feeling that they've put them in different tiers.
Slowking is tier 3.
Okay, so they've kept them the same.
And Slowbro is tier 2 on theirs.
Yeah, I don't really know Why though?
Isn't one more defensive and one?
One's specially
Offensive
defensive and
or-
one's physically defensive,
Oh,
but
okay.
I can't really see that there's that much of a huge divide between one being better than the other. I guess maybe the typing means you're more likely to be vulnerable to like dark type attacks. I don't know. I guess Slowbro has a mega, but that's not what we're talking about. So
No.
yeah.
No.
They have Pyukumuku with a tier 5. I know that much.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
that
next
was another
interesting one. Yeah.
I was gonna be like this thing, tier 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Tier 2, yeah. Better than a Ninetales Alola, yeah.
No, put it down in tier 5.
As a tier 5.
What do people think about that? That's
Fine.
I'm happy
Yep.
with that being a
Fine
tier
with
4.
me.
I'd rather have that
everyone's
as a tier
just
4.
like it's useless,
Why? Because
right?
no one will pick it at tier 4.
No, well, yeah, it's not useless, but it's always not done well.
Oh, it's done hella work.
In
Like,
certain
So
matches.
why are
Chris-
you lobbying for tier 3 then? Why are you like, oh, it's fine tier 5? But it's
I was
put in loads of work.
Well, I'm happy for him to go up. That was why I was interested whether he should go up to tier 3.
Oh, well, I thought when you
Really?
said tier 5, you're like, oh, that's fine.
Like, if you
No,
don't
I said
taunt
tier 5 is
him,
fine.
he's like impossible to deal with. If you haven't bought taunt, you're just like, oh, right, I'm in trouble. That's it. You just go, oh, I
I
can't
must
have damage
scold
recover.
you or something.
But no, he toxics you, blocks you in, and then recovers forever. He
Yeah.
doesn't have any offensive moves.
Does he not actually have any offensive moves?
No.
Oh, but the hand does a slap thing. I thought he'd get double slap or something.
I don't know, he may. I don't know if he has anything actually, but I think that was his whole thing. Was he has zero
According
off
to
it.
this list, he has no offensive moves.
Yes, there you
Really?
go.
It has counter.
So it's a bit like Wobbuffet then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever they got Wobbuffet.
Oh.
And are they allowed Shadow Tag? That's the question.
They
Shadow
are
tag
allowed
is
shadow
allowed.
tag because they have
Ray.
what's the
Uses
Gothitelle
Combine.
at tier 1.
Uses come mind.
No.
Uses come mind.
No.
Uses come mind. Uses come mind.
Slower.
Just kill me.
Hurry up and kill me. Yeah. That's grade A out of your league. Oh man. Yeah. I personally
Hariyama.
don't care about Pyukumuku, but
Oh
Hariyama.
yeah, Hariyama's so cool. That's tier 4.
Tier 4 as
Yeah.
well. Okay. Yeah.
The penguin. Where's the metal penguin?
Pingu is
tier 3
tier
seems-
3. I think
Yeah.
I had a look at it.
I see
Yeah.
about right.
Penguigo.
It's Pinguigo. Yeah, it's tier 3. No.
It's tier 3. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember people talking about it on one of the shows. They were like, they could see it go into tier 2, but tier 3 is fine for it.
Its typing excels it up to a good tier 3.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's borderline between 3 and 2, but tier 3 is probably okay.
I think
That's fine.
3 is probably where it belongs.
Yeah.
I guess
I think everything else
Tyranitar
is okay.
tier 1 mega?
Tier 1 mega. I say with confidence. Yes, it is tier 1 mega.
Yeah.
Cool. Fair enough. Anything anybody would want from that pool?
Definitely Clefable, Empoleon, and I'd have Amoonguss and Hariyama back.
Funnily enough, PK, we have very similar taste. Actually,
yeah.
that Excellente,
Yeah.
Just for the name, yeah.
Powder, I'm a fan of Slowking. I like most of this team.
Yeah,
mainly
it's a
because
good
I
team.
like big, bally setup twats.
Yeah,
Funnily enough.
in agreement. Like, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Powder.
Even
and
Dusclops I'd take, mate.
I had one. Old Molesto himself.
Go for the PP stall Dusk Noir.
Oh, baby.
Next team
next.
is it's the Lunetail Leafeons.
Yeah, again, there's another one straight away that I want to talk about, which I agree with them.
Okay, I'll quickly whiz through them on. So Mega Heracross, Heatran, Zapdos, Superior, Zygarde 10%, Honchkrow, Alumamola, Ribombee, Linoon, Mr. Mime, and Garbodor. There's a lot to talk about on your team.
Yeah,
What a
we've got
team!
some
There's a
What a
lot to
fucking
talk about it.
team! Whoa. I
First of
told
all,
you, S tier team.
Let's start at the top. Where's that Mega Heracross?
Why has it
That's
never come to
tier
any
two.
games?
Tier 2. That sounds about right. I think
Yeah.
that's probably where
That's
it
fine.
lives.
Good power, lots of weaknesses.
Next up, Honchkrow. Tier 2. It has been
Crow.
consistently fantastic.
Where the fuck?
I
Tier
credit
4.
Tier 4 for them.
Really? I credit that Honchkrow for the reason Sam Giel won last season.
Yes, probably. But it is a
It
tier
also
4
helped him
for
win the
them.
final. So
Yeah, I genuinely think that was like his best one. His Honchkrow just performed out of its ass. And has done well this season for you.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's done fine.
You've won
you
games
versus
off of it.
Ray.
I think Honchkrow is amazing.
I think
Yeah.
it's good for tier 3. I definitely not tier 4 like they've got it.
No,
Fuck.
tier 4 is would be like the god tier pickup.
Yes.
Like
Tier
yeah,
3
Murkrow is tier 4.
Tier 4. You'd be like
Hon-
Murkrow, oh baby.
Yeah, like Honchkrow, yeah, tier 3, a good tier 3 in my book.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That one I definitely
I
disagree with them on. They've not seen us use it.
with the Honchkrow Masters.
Right.
Come back.
So, what I was going to note is they have Superior as a tier 1, and I agree
Really?
with that.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
agree
like,
with
I,
that.
I,
I
I think it is
I'm
nasty good.
happily I got it in tier 2.
It's what, it's
I
OU,
think, yeah.
right? Is it OU?
Yeah.
I feel it's OU, yeah.
Dom and you have
Like, just-
definitely made good
It
use
can-
of this.
It can subseed, it doesn't have to be full attack, obviously, like I've shown. Like, just having one move in Leaf Storm, like,
Yeah.
and with Contrary, it's just fine. It's so fast and it can do a lot of things. Like,
It's fast
I-
and defensive, yet has access to an offensive boosting move through
Yeah.
Contrary, and you're like, what? Hang on. This is
Hang on.
fucking good.
Hang a bit.
and it's natural gift, so it can be physical.
Oh
it
my
gets a good
days.
gets a good physical moveset as well if you're that way inclined. It can do so many things. Like it being tier 1, I could see.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
definitely agree with.
Zydog was tier 3 as well on theirs.
Okay.
Um,
Alola.
Molola.
Fucking Malola.
Tier 3.
Tier 3.
Really? Because we've always said it's tier 3, potentially a tier 2.
Yes.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I agree. Tier 3. I agree.
Yeah.
Tier 3.
Minimum.
You know, if you took a Honchkrow off that team and replaced it with an Aloma Mola and put something else in tier 4, I think that's a more balanced team.
And do you know what's also a tier 3?
Rabombi.
Big Lanoon.
Oh, Lanoon
Yeah.
is tier 3. And Rabombi, you said.
And
it's tier
Lanoon.
Lanoon
Rabombi.
definitely needs
Yeah.
to be up a tier from tier
Yeah.
4.
So all my tier 4s
Definitely.
are tier 3s in that. So I've got
Christ.
the most
So you've got
value.
5
value.
tier 3s. You've got the Sam Warner
Essentially.
team.
Christ.
What? Wait, whoa.
5 tier 3s and
100
3 tier 1s. How
Honchkrow's
come
a
you've
tier
not...
4, my
Oh,
friend.
oh yes. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
tier
sorry,
4, yeah.
Honchkrow's tier 4.
Yeah, you got 4 tier.
Do you understand why I rated this team an S? Like, just because I'm bad and lost to JB, which happens,
You got the
more
good
often than
value
it
team.
should.
Yeah.
Like, it's, yeah.
To be honest,
It's great.
frankly, the fact that Lanoon got 1 sweep off, that means like, no, that's it. It's getting promoted now. Tier 3.
Yes!
It got
Because
one
it's
off.
always there. It's always there in the background. Like,
Yeah, it's a threat from the bench. You're like,
Yeah, Linoon,
oh, shit, I need
IMO. Yeah, can fuck off.
to... yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Belly drum on priority that
Extreme
can't be
speed
outsped.
priority. Yeah.
Yeah, when it's stab as well.
But they also have Garbodor as tier 4.
Fuck off, do they?
No.
That's it. All the credibility's gone.
Yeah, sorry guys,
Yeah,
we've
next
wasted your
up,
time
They
with
know.
this.
Sorry, yeah.
They fucking
This whole
know.
thing's been bullshit.
They
Christ.
know. It is a tier 4 mon right there.
Did anyone draft it this season?
Fucking hell.
Spoken like a true Garbodor fan.
not on the trainers that I watch.
Where's Mr. Mime then?
5.
Must be tier 5.
Yeah,
Like,
mine is
What am I
5.
looking at? I'm looking at tier 5.
I don't care how
So,
much of a
I'm looking
fairy
at
it
tier
is. It's
5.
still-
Well,
I'm not seeing. Oh yeah, so it's next to mine.
5. Yeah, so I have 5 mons that they have a tier higher.
Christ.
You got a valuable team there, PK.
Yeah.
A valuable team.
I mean, if only you were better at the game, you might still win the tournament.
That's true. But I did only
He's
start
getting
playing
there.
Pokemon at season 2.
Got sick.
I didn't have the training, like,
It's
You've
fine.
only done worse since when you first started.
Soon, like
Yeah.
me, in a couple seasons
A
time,
second
you can get
second
near
place
the
and a fourth place. I'll take that.
top. Actually, yeah, you are 4th place, aren't you? Well, fucking hell. Next.
Do you have any of this
Oh,
team?
Oh, sorry, yeah, my bad.
I would have all of this team again except Mr. Mime.
I would have that Rabombi, that Honchkrow. Maybe the Zapdos. Quite interesting.
Zapdos is interesting, isn't it?
I love this team. It's so good.
That's competent.
If I could switch Mr. Mime for an Evolution, this would be the perfect team.
Yeah. Fortunately, you can't get a tier 5 Sylveon or Espeon.
Get Flareon.
You could get a Flareon, yeah.
Or a Leafeon.
Get my boy back. But yeah.
Well, I was just thinking,
fucking name.
Yeah, but it's a psychic fairy type.
What about a
Mr. Mime.
Glaceon, mate? Is Glaceon
it's got the strongest blizzard in the game.
Strongest blizzard in
I don't have an ice type. It would be perfect. I don't have an ice type. But it's fine. Yeah, that would have been the perfect team.
Yeah, I've got to clear up the confusion with this Glaceon because it's got the strongest because it can have a choice specs. That's what. So it's the choice specs and the stab that makes it more powerful than the Mega Mewtwo, because the Mega Mewtwo's got a higher special attack stat and it doesn't get the stab, and it has to have a Mega Stone, so it can't use the choice specs.
But I mean, it's still the best outside of Uber, for sure.
Outside of Uber, anyway. Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, anything that is in Uber just doesn't exist.
But that's why it's
Pokemon, pretty much.
Except the which can run a choice specs.
Fucking bullshit.
Fucking bullshit. That's why Kuro White is Ubers.
Ubers as fuck.
I would have the Rabombi, the Honchkrow.
Oh, that's
Zygarde.
Yeah, Zydog's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got some cool moves. Had that move that you never got to use? 1,000 Waves?
Yeah, 1,000 Waves. I did have a 1,000 Waves set on, but didn't mind.
It's the same as 1,000 Arrows, but instead of hitting flying types, it traps Pokemon. So it's a strong stab ground move that traps the opponent in.
Yeah.
Like Anchor Shot.
Yes, it's like Anchor Shot, essentially. But only Zydog has it.
Yeah, but they can U-turn Volt Switch Parting Shot out, which is I think is why I didn't bring it, because I think I was going to bring it against Ray, but he had a lot of mons that had U-turn.
That's
why I didn't bring it. I think that's what it was. God, this team is so good.
Next,
our penultimate team.
Our penultimate team. It's the Glasgow Golducks, which has a Mega Aerodactyl, Dragonite, Azumarill, Nidoking, Arcanine, Machamp, Crobat, Steelix, Jinx, Tropius, and Muck. These are a lot of Pokemon I like.
Yeah, I like a lot.
So we've talked about the Nidoking, Nidoqueen discrepancy.
Yeah.
Arcanine, I can tell you, is tier 3.
Machamp tier 3? That seems a bit high, I know. What have they got Machamp as?
I think it's tier 4 they've got it.
Yeah, that seems a bit more...
It is tier 4.
Yeah, that seems a bit more on the nose for me.
Crobat, they have tier 3.
Where's Muck? Where's Muck? Where's regular Muck?
I said
tier 5.
Oh, you said it was tier 5 next to Mr.
Yes, yes. That's
same
fine.
as Jinx. There's still tier 5.
Was Steelix tier 4 as well?
It's tier 4
I want to say yes.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's... Oh, well, no, that's Registeel I'm looking at. Regular Steelix is tier 5.
Okay, so we've got it tiered a bit
tier
high.
4.
I mean, that was deliberately to nerf Stu, right?
Yeah, to nerf Stu. Otherwise, you'd be too powerful.
Too many red cards.
I mean, it put in a lot of work with the red card, but then unfortunately it just kind of died to whatever came out. It was a bit unfortunate. But it was very annoying to everyone who encountered it. It was very
Especially when you forget about it. Like,
everyone forgot about it.
Man.
Everyone's too focused on the lovely Kiss Jinx.
I was definitely that. That's why I brought that Honchkrow.
Yeah.
Send it out, and it's like, oh no.
Jinx tier 5? Where have they got Jinx?
Tier 5.
Really? Because I feel that's a tier 4 mon.
Yeah, I can see
it's fast and pretty powerful, and they've got a good offensive move.
Like Zed, lovely kiss you could have as well. Like raises your speed and sends them to sleep. So
quirky.
Does it raise the accuracy up to 100%?
I think it's still 70. I don't know about Z moves. I don't know how the Z moves do it. I think it might still be 75.
Don't know. I do not know. Everything else I think is pretty much did fine, right? Where do they have Dragonite? Because some people move it down. I've seen it.
Oh yes,
tier 2.
I'm pretty sure it's still tier 1. Yeah, it's still tier 1 on this.
Okay.
Interestingly, I think tier 1 is fine. I know some people think it's one of the weaker dragons, but I think multi-scale, access to extreme speed, Dragon Dance is good enough.
Is Aerodactyl a tier 1 mega?
Aerodactyl's tier 2 mega.
Tier 2 mega. Yeah. Okay.
As it should be. I think.
Yeah.
I think non-damaging Z moves still accuracy checked. It's damaging ones that aren't. So I think Z Lovely Kiss could still miss.
Okay.
By the way, the jinx.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, it's the extra effect will always happen. So, like, it boosts your special defense.
You always get the speed boost, but you won't necessarily hit with the
Yes.
boost. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So, like, activated the move. You've boosted, and you missed.
Anything here people covet?
I'd take most of it. Like, literally, I think the only thing I wouldn't take is Tropius. I probably wouldn't have Mega. I probably wouldn't have Azumarill again.
I forgot you had that because you did nothing with it. Yeah.
I think I won Silver Cup with it. Like,
Yeah, but
it was the mon that was killed.
Use it.
Yeah, I mean, it got the Belly Drum sweep off with the final, or like the Silver Cup final. Like, it did the thing. The thing it needed to do.
You nearly kicked your ass with it until you didn't.
I like most of the team. I wouldn't take a Steelix. I wouldn't take a Tropius. Everything else I'd probably take pretty happily.
I really like the top
I wouldn't
two
take
rows,
everything.
except for Machamp. I probably wouldn't have a Machamp. I'd have a
Yeah,
Steelix.
I like
Machamp was
the
tier
Machamp
4,
more
then
now
I'd
I've
like,
seen it. I like the Machamp more now I've seen Stu use it. And it's just like
Shoots fire out of
Choice
its
Scarf
crotch.
no guard. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did this work?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, I like these a lot. I would have many.
them
And
Gen
then
1s.
this brings us on to our last team.
Yep. Is the Weapon Hotel chipping down on the railroads.
Moribus.
And we have the Smorgasbord first up. We have the I can't remember which ones and which days of it. So the Mega Alakazam, the Hawlucha, Weavile, Raikou, Whimsicott, Cobalion, or Cobalion, however you want to say it, Miltank, Miss Medius, Granbull, the Hold Hands in Charizard, and Wailord.
First up,
Okay.
they do not have Hawlucha tier 1. They have it tier 2.
Okay.
It got moved up to
what
tier
was
1, I believe
interesting.
we had. Yeah.
I was under the impression that it was one of the worst tier 1s this season because of
Yeah.
it needs
The fact
to
that
have a
you couldn't draft a Tapu and a Hawlucha consistently
Yeah.
without like literally investing every point you had.
I mean, it's still a very good mon even without it, but it's not a tier 1 good mon. Like, it's a tier 2 good mon.
it nerfs the
Yeah.
rest of your team having the combo. So if you've got it without the combo, but then it's not as good without the combo. You have to rely on the other people bringing their Tapus.
I mean, we did wince when we saw she had the Hawlucha but not a Tapu, and we were like, ooh,
Yeah.
dear, that's not a tier 1 without a Tapu.
We said it was an eclectic mix of Pokemon and a Mega Alakazam.
Yeah. Well, saying that, I
Damn good Mega.
I would have this entire team.
It's got some cool mons on it, hasn't it?
There's
Yeah.
3 mons I wouldn't have any of the tier 5s.
I wouldn't have Whimsicott again. I had it once and I thought, poo.
Yeah.
See, I'm really interested by Whimsicott.
See,
it's something I would
no,
happily try.
I remember it dying to your Pangoro JP and being like, what?
The poison jab after a cotton guard.
Yeah, I used a cotton guard. I was like, I'm invulnerable now. And then you just went one shot me from full health with a poison jab. And I was like, what the fuck? That's cheating. He's
Pangoro is a
cheating.
good Pokemon, man. Oh yeah, we did. We talked about
He's
Pangoro.
powerful when
Did your team?
I guess.
Yeah. Any mons on there that stand out to you?
Well, that I would want or tier.
Well, that you think could be tiered weirdly?
I do what's the Charizard, because with the
Miltank?
Mega Rule and Charizard.
We'll look at Miltank first. Miltank
tier 4
is tier 4 on
On
theirs. Okay, tier
theirs, yeah.
4 on. Sorry, tier 3 on
Tier
ours.
3 on us.
Yeah.
It's been consistently good every
Yeah,
time it's
yeah.
been used.
the kill tank. It's surprisingly fast every time.
Yeah.
It's very fast. 100 base speed.
100 base speed.
Yeah,
it
outsped
outsped the Zygarde, I think it was.
Yeah, outsped a Zygarde 50%. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you think of it as this big milk drinking
Because it's a cow.
with stealth rocks, and then it's like, actually no, I'm quick as shit. Let's go.
Because I'm rolling out.
gonna roll all over you.
Roll and roll and roll.
And the Charizard then, is that tier 5 for them?
Probably. Right.
Especially without Omni boosting.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is tier 5 for them. Especially without Omni boosting. Yeah. The massive Stealth Rock weakness.
Not good anyway. Like,
It's Dragon Dance, but its offense is not that good. It's more especially offensive.
I believe they have Gramble to differently. Yeah, Gramble's tier 4 for them.
Tier 4 Gramble.
Again, Intimidate, Big Fairy, offensive
fairy.
type, physical fairy.
Yeah, I think Dom used it pretty well.
Yeah, Dom last season just like took names with it. He was like, oh, well, just click play rough and kill you all, or chunk you out. And you were like, shit.
Yeah.
Just keeps hitting stuff.
The Waylord is a tier 5, so Alana don't worry. It's tier 5.
What a surprise.
Tried to make it good. It is still tier 5. We'll have the Mega Alakazam and the Weavile.
I'd have most of this. I maybe wouldn't have Weavile again, but maybe I would actually.
I would have all of the tier 3s, most of all. Whimsicott, Cobalion, and Miltank would be the ones
Everything
I want out
except for Whimsicott, and I'd take Holuch only if it was tier 2.
Sure. Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't want Holuch.
Gotta take the 420 Witch, that Miss Magus.
The 420 Witch.
420 Witch.
You do love a good callback here.
Wow.
And that is all of them.
Bloody hell.
That is
Took a while.
Longer one.
Long episode.
But, because we're not sure how last episode...
How many more episodes?
Yeah, how many more
Yes.
episodes? There might be another All Out Pummelling. There might not be. There might be...
A weird collab thing, yeah.
So, yeah, we're not sure. So we thought we'd do this little post-team... Not so much review, just relate them to how the pros do it. Say what we thought of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. So, thank you very much for watching another episode of All Out Pummelling. We've just got the grand final to go.
Yeah.
Nearly there.
Don't know,
Nearly there.
Don't know when it's going to be, but it will be.
It'll be extremely hype, especially if it goes to a second game. That'll be super interesting to see.
Oh,
that's what I want to
last
see.
round.
I want to see it go to game 2.
Bracket reset.
The reset. Oh,
Yeah.
woof.
Anyway, I
Scary.
don't care who wins, just give me that game 2. Right then, well, on that note then, PK, you want to send us off?
Well, as we say at the end of every episode of All That Pummelling, Cadbury Heroes, they are the best of the selection choice. Every one of these is an absolute banger.
Do they have a caramel? The low bunny flavour?
The bunny. Yeah, they do.
They do. Vote Cadbury Heroes, screw roses, screw your celebrations. Cadbury Heroes are the best. Good night.
We're not
Good
sponsored by
night,
Cadbury.
everybody.
We're not sponsored by Cadbury. Good night.
But if we were.
But if we were, send us our way.